Are searching through a small lake in a neighborhood within the city of Coral Springs, Florida, west of Fort Lauderdale, where a small plane is believed to have crashed. Parts of an aircraft have been found, but so far, no people.
They've described it as a smaller type plane, not as small as a Cessna type, but maybe a little bit bigger.
Deputy Chief Mike Mosier with Coral Springs Fire Rescue. The aircraft was planned to take hurricane relief supplies to victims of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica and had just taken off from Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport.
Fox's Eben Brown, no homes were damaged. America is listening to Fox News.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Hoorah! And look out, it's only me, it's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, and your mechanical man. We're back with Mrs. Flounder at the controls there for the honeymoon thing there. And it's only Monday. Monday. It's freezing. It's cold. But we're on the radio. How's it going?
It's snowing.
It's snowing up in the mountains of Macon. Holy crap. What snow and snow? It's snowing. Yeah. Well, tell the story.
It's snowing.
It's snowing. Is it any accumulation? I assume it won't stick because it's not cold enough.
Well, here in the mountains of Macon, it's a dusting. I took a walk in the mountain, and there's a flurry here and there. By the time I walked back to the house, it was really coming down. Yeah. It was just a dusting. But I'm telling you, north of here, Gatlinburg over to North Carolina, 4 to 8 inches.
Yeah, it's not.
We were supposed to be up there this weekend and drive back early this morning. Yeah. They said you probably wouldn't get out. So it's a good thing we didn't go this weekend.
Wow. Well, here we go. I mean, this seems...
November 10th already.
Yeah, it seems a little early, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't this a little early? I don't remember. I mean, we've had late snow. I remember more late snowfall and ice storms in, March, April kind of deal than I do early snowfalls in November.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's fun, though. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And we'll talk about the golf tournament on Friday. Flounder, sorry you missed it, but tell us about your trip to Southern Waters with Mrs.
We were in Santa Rosa, Florida, so... on the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, I apologize.
Wow, that's right.
And there were it was funny because we went to a couple surf shops and stuff like that, and they had a bunch of Gulf of America shirts, which I was kind of surprised at.
I forgot. I mean, what a guy! Trump turns it into the Gulf. It's been the Gulf of Mexico for since it was made, and he said, "Nah, tell it's ours. Who says it's yours?" He just said we're going to start calling it Gulf of Mexico, and then he punished people, like AP. Who kept calling it Gulf of Mexico. I mean, good Lord. Anyway, all right.
The weather was beautiful. We stayed in this amazing house. It was ridiculous, right on the beach.
Oh.
And had a hot tub, flat screen right there in the basement, so you could walk right from the ocean right there to the hot tub, and so it was a lot of fun.
Oh,
very relaxing.
Nice. Very nice. Was this a family thing or just?
It was 2 other couples.
Okay. All right.
So it was a lot of fun.
Hot tub got a little...
No. Nothing, no switching of keys or keyballs or anything like that.
No pineapples
nope.
about? No?
Yeah. Well, pineapple bobbing, is that?
By the way, I have to throw out a shout out to Kevin. You've met Kevin. He came down once.
With the Mountain Jamaican ladies. Absolutely.
Yeah, he came. He bought a house up here that overlooks the mountains. It's got 3 levels, a hot tub, a fire pit. It had a party this weekend, and it was fantastic. We had a blast up there. Just wonderful. I mean, some of the houses up here are like chalets.
Oh my. Wow. So we got Flounder with a...
Yeah, the house we stayed at it's actually on sale right now, and it's listed for $9.4 million.
$9.4 million, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we got...
It was a real dump.
Flounder with his hot babe in the beach.
We can scrape
mansion,
that together.
And we got Pete with his hot babe in the northern mansion, and then...
Oh, by the way, I have been told two things.
I was here. I was here the whole time, though. So
well, see, I'm about to cure that for you. One, it looks like I've disappeared from the mountains.
Yes,
literally. I guess I've gone skiing here. I'm no longer on my picture's gone.
Is that a snowfall thing? Or
it looks like snow in the mountains, a little ski valley thing going. That's the way it looks up here when it snows.
Excellent.
Second, you have officially been invited to come up for Thanksgiving dinner and spend the night. There's actually a bedroom and a bed. There's a place you could stay.
Oh, golly.
I said this would be your response, but I was told I had to ask anyway.
So is that a no?
Well, yeah, that'd be great. As long as I bring along some earmuffs and turn off my ear rockets.
It wouldn't
you're
be my
very
house.
kind. You're very, very. Oh,
I'm not gonna let you stay here.
No, that's very kind. I do. Thanksgiving for me. I do so many. I just try. I go every do. There's so much. There's no way to kind of tack me down for one location. It's kind of a season of giving, really. That's the way I look at it. So, but thank you. I mean, God bless America. Thank you for your wonderful, happy.
So it's a no.
No, I've got a whole thing, a series of, it's a yearly, kind of a traditional. I don't want to, anyway, the thing there. So, but that's very kind. Now, Flounder, are you a big Thanksgiving guy, a family thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, so Veronica will be... we
Want to elucidate there?
Not really, but I will. We are hosting, so my brother and his wife are going to Wisconsin, so it's just going to be...
Oh, I was going to say.
It's going to be Veronica, myself, my dad, my aunt, and my dad's girlfriend.
Well,
so it'll be a nice kind of chill day. It'll be a lot of fun.
That'll be nice. That's good. Anyway, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A lot of newsy stuff going on. Also, I want to talk that golf tournament Friday. I'll tell you what.
Heritage did a great job.
Heritage Golf Links. 20 years ago, I played out there almost every weekend. It was incredible with Danny McClefty, my golf pro PGA guy buddy, and friends. Anyway, and Big Dave, his huge.
You mean you played that course before several times?
A million times before. 20 years ago. But by the way, kudos Pete Davis hit the ball. Long and in play.
Better than I ever have.
And I'll tell. And I don't mind saying about myself. It might have been those transfusions, those morning guys. I get there and all of a sudden they're talking about the so-called transfusion thing. I didn't know what that was. He said, "Come with me." So this girl at the table starts mixing up vodka with either ginger beer or ginger ale and grape juice. And let me tell you this, that you could gargle with that, okay? And now I'm not a drinker. I in fact, I put something on Facebook this morning just for the hell of it. I've got when people give me booze or I buy booze or have booze, I put it on the shelf near the refrigerator, and I probably got... I must have 20 bottles of wine and booze and stuff that are unopened for 12 years that I've been there.
Well, if you want to bring them here, I'll be more than happy to.
Seriously, I've got a collection of these. I've got like 4 Captain Morgan rum bottles. I have some Tito's vodka. And
some good red wine.
I mean, I know I've got red wine, white wine. I've got a bunch of. Anyway, so I tell you, this freaking transfusion thing was freaking delicious. And so I went to the freaking store when I got done for the golf tournament this weekend and bought some grape juice. I don't think I've ever bought grape juice in my life. I bought grape juice and some ginger ale because those things were tasty. And I'll tell you what, I never played better in the charity tournament. Now I play golf maybe once a year.
You did good.
I was sinking putts and hitting the ball great. I mean, honestly, I was I was thrilled. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, so that was kind of fun.
You should do more of the Cheech and Chong golf cart thing we had going there. It seemed to improve your play.
Yeah, well, there you go. I said, now hold back a little here, Pete, because actually we played with Mike, our crack head engineer, and his brother Matt, who, by the way, Matt and Flounder grew up as friends as kids together, ironically. And Mike, our engineer, can play golf, and Matt's a great golfer. His brother.
Oh, he's really
He's
good.
a really good
really
golfer. So we had a lot of fun. I mean, we played everybody's ball. We had fun, and I probably threw 10 golf balls on the golf course for people to find in the rough someplace. So just for fun, like always, and had fun. And it was great fun. And of course, Warrior Alliance, these guys downstairs from us, so much help they give to veterans. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, of course, obviously, that this is the Marine Corps birthday. And it is also the 12th anniversary of my heart attack. And I remember, and I didn't want to go to the hospital on a Marine Corps birthday. And then the next day was Veterans Day. It's 12 years ago. And then the next day was Veterans Day on Monday. And as it turned out, the Marine Corps birthday 12 years ago was on a Sunday. And so I'd gone to the stable, and I was driving home, and I had my heart attack. I didn't know it was a heart attack. I just figured something bad happened. I just went home and said, the hell with it. And then the next day was Veterans Day on Monday, so I went to work because I didn't want to miss Veterans Day. And then little did I know when I went to the hospital Tuesday that they said, yeah, you just had a very serious heart attack. I said, no, wait a minute. And by the way, I learned from the Kimmer. Don't be like the Kimmer. The doctor said, part of my heart's dead forever. Part of my heart, well, for another reason, sorry, but because of physically, part of my heart will be dead forever. However, a lot of it's been able to recover. And the doctor said, if I had my heart attack on a Sunday afternoon, if I'd gone to the hospital that afternoon, I probably would have been in a heck of a lot better shape with my heart than I was because I waited, 2-3 days or whatever, which is fairly stupid.
God, if only someone had told you for like 3 days to get off the floor and quit complaining and go to the emergency room.
Were you there that when you were watching during the show Monday on Veterans Day? I felt so bad that I was actually lying down on the floor during breaks, during commercial breaks. Yeah. Idiot. They told me I should be dead, so that's, I got that going for me. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, it's on Monday, it's 3:13. Happy birthday, Marine Corps. 250 freaking years. Hoorah, baby. Look out.
It's snowing! 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 Did I mention it was snowing?
Extra 106.3 is Atlanta's home for NASCAR, and we have live races every weekend from across the country. Check out extra1063.com for the full schedule and join us this weekend for live NASCAR action.
Everybody's talking about Christmas presents. It's too early, but, Atlanta Safe House has always got some kind of specials going on here, and maybe it's an interesting time to kind of start thinking about it. Also, the holidays, people gathering together, and a time to talk to your family about where your stuff is, like your living will, like mine, or your medical records, which I didn't have in Florida, and it cost me anyway, whatever. So stuff like that, valuable papers, real estate stuff, marriage, divorce documents, and things you need, instead they need. It's a family gathers around. Anyway, Atlanta Safe House, they moved. They have, by the way, Atlanta Safe House has stores in Nashville and Knoxville, too, by the way, just for the record. They've moved now. They're on Union Hill Road in Alpharetta, their whole showroom place. And that means they've got specials just to say thanks for, doing business with them. Jeff and Mark, these guys are true patriots, and they protect your stuff like they protect your rights. And your stuff includes, don't forget gun safes. You don't pay any sales tax on gun safes. And it's not just gun safes. So they have jewelry safes and special drawers for cash and file stuff. Barrel racks for bows and arrows. They've got it all. And there's always specials and all the top brands and rebates, and you're going to save a bundle. Please tell them the Kimmer sent you. These are good folks, and you need a safe, and they got it right there for you. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on Talk Radio 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and to learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, "I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help." We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit stopmyed.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at stopmyed.com.
Go beyond just a baseball game with your Atlanta Braves and check out Truist Park's Ballpark Tour. See the ballpark like never before and explore the franchise's rich history with artifacts, exhibits, and more, led by tour guides who will take you to places behind the scenes that most fans have never seen before, including the press box, premium club spaces, and of course, step onto the field where your favorite Braves players battle it out during the season. And each tour comes with a complimentary player chain necklace. Visit Braves.com/tours to purchase your tickets today. And did you know Truist Park can host your next event? As a year-round facility, we host private events ranging from corporate meetings, trade shows, team building events, holiday parties, rehearsal dinners, you name it, Truist Park can host it. Visit Braves.com/events to get started on creating an experience like never before with one of Truist Park's unique venues. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Yes, and now this sad song as we reveal the ending for our days of our lives. Sorry. Oh, it's the Beatles. Golly. All right, then. This is a big day 2 years ago. The Beatles topped the British charts with a single, Now and Then. And that made them the act with the longest gap between their first and their last number one hits. 60 years after From Me to You topped the charts. Sir Paul McCartney said, "It's blown my socks off." Boy, if I'd have died for every time some girl said, well, never mind. Blown my socks. He said, Now and Then became this century's fastest-selling vinyl single. The first bars were written by John Lennon in 1978, and the song was finally completed in 2022. Now and Then, the Beatles. Okie dokie. Our birthday, kind of a dirge. That's got a, wow, number one.
That's the problem. Every time they put out one of these things, it's a slow song. It's a nice song.
Yeah,
come on, give us something upbeat.
Yeah, a little something there, Hey, yeah, something like that.
I want to hold your hand.
There you go. Same. There you are. But did you disappear? No camera?
Yeah, the camera's not working.
Oh. All righty. Snowfall, I'm guessing, up there in the mountains? Or?
Yeah, it was working at first, but now it's gone.
I'll be damned. Well, we should probably get some technology, that new stuff.
It's his background.
I'll get the app.
If you try a different background, I bet we'll be able to see you.
Oh, really?
We've used this one before.
Well, that's fairly interesting. Now, are we on YouTube these days, or how's that work?
Yes, we are.
Okie dokie. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Again, it's 321, and our number is 404-741-1230. Thank you to Heritage Golf Club, and also to the Warrior Alliance, and all those sponsors, man. I mean, they really, all those volunteers, they did a lot of work, that Friday golf tournament, I'll tell you what. And today's Marine Corps birthday, 250 years, and I'll give you little tidbits of stuff. What happened? You couldn't change your background? Nope. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, I was there for a second.
It's over.
It looks like...
Yeah, I got two. There we are. He's back.
There we are.
I'll be damned. Okay, excellent. Well, all is well. See how everything works out, Just get the new app and it'll be fine. Our birthday list, happy Monday, includes Tracy Morgan, 57, former SNL star, plays Trey Barker on The Last OG on TBS, never saw it, and Tracy Jordan on 30 Rock. By the way, that was a great show, and he played a great role. Everybody on that show was perfect for their role, I thought. That was really, really a well-done series. 30 Rock, and right up there with Arrested Development and the Larry Sanders Show and a couple of real special ones. And on this day in history, boys, somebody figured out the day that Adam and Eve were ejected from the Garden of Eden. It was on this day in the year 4004 BC. That was calculated by Archbishop James Ussher of Armagh, Ireland, in 1658. The Archbishop used a combination of biblical and historical documents to calculate the date that Adam and Eve were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, this day in 4004 BC. So there you go. And by the way, for the record, the Marine Corps is 250 years old today. And let's see, there's a lot of good stuff I could. Do you know where the leathernecks come from? The phrase leatherneck? Leatherneck actually is very important because the devil dog, I'll give you why there were devil dogs too. Leathernecks comes from that high, stiff leather collar that was part of the early Marine Corps uniforms because Marines were originally meant to be on board Navy ships to fight pirates. And so they had to fight for sword fights. The Marine Corps, the Marines used these big leather collars, and they called them leathernecks. Also, one other thing, speaking of the cover, in Marine Corps, a hat is called a cover. My cover's over there. But a Marine Corps hat is called a cover, and on the tops of the covers of the full plastic brim hats, like policemen wear stuff like that. On the full dress hats of officers in the Marine Corps covers, they have a fleur-de-lis symbol on top of the cover. You know why they have that? On the top? They have that on the top so that the Marines in the riggings of the ships, when they're shooting the pirates and the bad guys, when they're attacking pirates and so forth, they can tell their officers by looking down to see the fleur-de-lis pattern on the top of their covers so they don't shoot their own officers. Just for the record. Anyway, boy, is that exciting, Kimmer? No, seriously, I know. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot of stuff. I just, nobody cares about that stuff. And I'm not. Well. I'm just, I came to a long time ago that it was really great for a while, unfortunately, after 9/11, when people started flying their flags all over the place and you got a lot of things. And some of that's coming back a little bit now. But basically, America doesn't want to deal with veterans. They don't really appreciate veterans and don't, it's just not a thing. It's just not, we're too individual, too single, and ironically, because we're all linked together by our freaking phone. So we're all one big mass of information circling all the time, and yet we're all so selfish and divisive. In fact, I was thinking about this today. What a shame. I mentioned, my daughters, I'd kill for them and die for them and everything else, but they're both, they think Donald Trump is the devil, not, understanding that means they think their daddy's the devil, I guess, and I would support the devil, but if I were to go into a family meeting or almost anywhere, I probably, this holiday season, we got Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything else. If you walked into your average American household, I'll bet you, and, a family reunion kind of thing, somebody you haven't seen in a while, a cousin, uncle, whatever. And if someone said, well, boy, it's good to be together. I really love this country. I believe there are only two genders. I believe that boys should not be allowed to play on girls' sports. And I believe if you're a transsexual, that you really have a mental issue and we need to help you and support you to, do the best you can with your life and so forth. And I believe we should close the borders and stop giving free benefits to illegal aliens. There would be, and that's only like 2 or 3 or 4 things. There would be a fight that would never end. What a shame. I mean, it's unbelievable to me that's where we are. And I don't see an end in it. So we're all, the reason I mentioned it because in the Marine, no one knew I was in the Marines, let alone I was in Vietnam for 20 years. I mean, I've only told one story. And that was when I was kind of forced to by boards, then. But nobody, it wasn't a thing. We just stopped and thing. And I think that's what's going on now. We're going to, you can't bring up stuff because it's just, there's too much. It's just a shame. I'm sorry. I just got a Marine Corps birthday and tomorrow Veterans Day, and it just kind of reminded me that I think it's really a shame that we have such division in this country because we're so much better than that. I mean, we're just way above that. For all we've done, for all this country's accomplished in world history. I mean, seriously, this division is just wrong in every way. Okay, well, we're getting better. The Senate now has dealt with ending the shutdown. President will get the bill, and it's got to go through the process. But again, they've made a deal. One Republican voted no to keep it shut down. That was Rand Paul, of course. But there were 7 Democrats and an independent who voted along with Republicans to break the filibuster, and so they did. So they're going to be able. They can work this out, and so it looks like everything will begin to make some sense here before too long. It's still going to be a couple of days. Then the House has to reconvene. They're not even around, so they have to get back in the business and find out what it's all about. But the Senate's going. The senators and Democrats are going nuts. Bernie Sanders said, "Oh, it was a bad night. It was a bad night for millionaires." I can't do his accent anymore. Well, by the way, what the hell kind of accent does he have? Oh, a millionaire.
Schumer?
I mean, I don't know what it is.
He talks like this. Schumer. Yeah.
Very Bernie. And Hakeem Jeffries, of course, expressing outrage and the deal to end the shutdown because you didn't get to blackmail us. It was extortion, you dirty, rotten slime bag. I mean, seriously, what a bunch of really just hairballs. And by the way, of course, both Joy, I feel like we're going to play cut number 6 here, Flounder, Mike Collins. Both of our treasonous Republican-hating Democrat senators, Raphael, never convicted wife knocker. And again, it's not fair. He was never even charged with trying to run over his wife. That was just totally overblown. I mean, it was the fact that I forgot whether he didn't know that she was there when he made that turn into her. It was, again, it's not fair to try to blame him for running over his wife because it just was never proved. And John Osshole, the trust fund baby, both of them voted to starve poor black babies and punish patriots who served their country in uniform by sending them into battle with no uniforms, no weapons, just going pow, pow, pow. Oh, what a disgrace these two. Well, apparently Senator Osshole's opponent, Mike Collins, will have none of it. Flounder, if you will, number 6.
Hey, if you're not from Georgia, just keep on scrolling. But if you are from Georgia, you got betrayed last night. You see, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. When it came time to take a big step towards reopening the government, John Ossoff drew a line in the sand, and it was against you. He didn't care about the 1.4 million Georgians that are on SNAP. He didn't care about the furloughed workers, and he sure didn't care about our troops that are out there waiting for the paychecks. No, John Ossoff voted with the California crazies and the New York nut jobs just so he could raise money. He cares more about his radical donors than he does about Georgia. I don't care who you are. If you live in Georgia, you deserve better than that. And now that the Senate's finally taken a bipartisan step forward, it's on us in the House to finish the job.
Well, John Osshole and Raphael Wife-Knocker are still, trying to do everything they can to do it. It's all against Donald Trump. All this stuff is just Trump hatred. It's really as simple as that. By the way, coming up, we got a cute little pilot story. And Donald Trump also has a cute little threat to the pilots, to the air traffic controllers, and a dangling carrot. That'll help them a lot, too. That's all coming up. Karen, Pete, and Flounder, happy Monday. Marine Corps birthday. Hoorah! Semper Fi, and off we go. 3:30 in the afternoon already. Holy cow. In fact, that story on this is coming up.
That's why I was playing it.
I didn't know you knew that. It's coming up today, shortly. In fact, I'll do it next. I'll tell you about it.
Extra 106.3 is proud to be a community station that shares your values. This is your station, talking about issues and stories that are most important to you and your family. Stream us live on our all-new app in crystal clear HD and always live on your radio at 106.3 FM.
Well, you've been hearing all this stuff about health insurance. Holy smokes. I'm telling you what, I'm glad I don't have to go through this anymore. But if you do, here we go. Open enrollment for next year. Changes. Nobody knows what Congress is going to do. And that Obamacare business, premiums up 25-30% or something. Subsidies ending December 31st is a big deal. Unless Congress, Congress, there we go. You want to rely on those guys? How about Georgia? Sticker prices, they tell me, up 35% before subsidies. Cost you hundreds of bucks a month if you're not into the right thing. I don't know about that stuff, but I got a guy named Steven, the health insurance doctor. He starts with non-Obamacare options from multiple carriers, not just one company, compares everything side by side. A lot of these companies have nationwide PPOs, zero deductibles, zero copay, stuff like that. Georgia Access Help, things, whatever the heck that is. Corporate-style benefits, beeping up the guy. And by the way, Stephen wins awards for this kind of stuff. He's been doing it for almost 20 years, and you don't have to pay him for looking all this stuff up for you. It's true. Just check it out. You can save thousands of dollars. I'm not messing around. Here you go. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. Healthinsurancedoctor.net.
The holiday season's approaching. Your loved ones and your liked ones are all coming to town. There's no better time to plan that magical moment. This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, where we've got everything you need for the perfect holiday proposal. The holidays are all about warmth, love, connection, the smiling faces of family and friends. Picture it. In that perfect moment, you get down on one knee with the stunning D. Geller & Son engagement ring she's always dreamed of, surrounded by everybody she wants to show it off to. But the season will be here quicker than you think. To get the perfect ring for that perfect moment, now's the time to plan. And our friendly expert staff is here to guide you every step of the way. D. Geller & Son has been where Atlanta gets engaged since 1939. We know what it means to get that moment right. And because you got it from D. Geller & Son, it'll be built to last a lifetime. And it'll come with Atlanta's best service and care plan. So let's make this holiday season unforgettable. In Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and shop ahead at dgeller.com.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1 or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
Faith, family, freedom. These are the cornerstones of America and the foundation for a successful life. But today, all three are under attack. Crushing debt, out-of-control spending, and reckless policies in Washington are threatening your savings, your retirement, and your future. Hi, this is Glenn Beck. The only financial advisory firm I recommend in Atlanta is Nicholas Wealth Management. David Nicholas and his team believe protecting your money is about more than wealth. It's about defending your faith, your family, and your freedom. If your hard-earned retirement is left exposed to market chaos, higher taxes, or inflation, what happens to the life you've worked so hard to build? For over 20 years, David Nicholas has helped families right here in Atlanta fight back with retirement strategies built to better withstand uncertainty. Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 404-890-5606, or visit nicholaswealth.com. Aim to safeguard your future
today. Nicholas Wealth is an independent financial services firm that uses a variety of different investment strategies.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. You know what time it is? Holiday season, cooler weather, perfect time to get those outdoor projects done. Stovall & Company has everything. Wholesale landscaping, nursery, irrigation supplies. 11 locations, latest one in Canton. Family owned for 75 years. They've got it all. StovallInc.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The only thing better than covering all these Trump wins is watching the left implode over it.
Donald Trump, he's entertaining the world while he's changing the whole freaking planet.
Extra 106.3 is committed to bringing you the news you care about most. From Atlanta legends and conservative voices you've relied on for a generation. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
When you started playing this, I didn't know you knew this was the day. And I have it on my history list that I looked up.
Pete, we had a listener give us a heads up.
I'll be damned. Well, it's cool because I have it on my history list. Gordon Lightfoot. Here we go. Oh, say, can you see Mother Dawn's... The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald on this very day in 1975. It was an ore carrier. Huge storm on Lake Superior. None of the 29 crews survived. The hit was based on number 2 hit of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I'm surprised it wasn't number 1. I thought it was number 1 by a mile, based on the tragedy. The ship was christened. When it was christened, again, the accident was 1975. When the Edmund Fitzgerald was christened in 1958, it took 3 attempts to break the champagne bottle. That's considered a very bad omen in shipping lore. And during the ceremony, a spectator had a heart attack and died. It was the Fitzgerald left Superior, Wisconsin, 26,000 tons of ore going to Detroit. A veteran pilot reported one of the worst seas he had ever been in. Then they lost the radar, ship listing badly to one side, but said they were holding their own. Then suddenly, the Fitzgerald disappeared from radar screens. The sinking occurred very suddenly. No distress signals sent. The condition of the lifeboat suggested no attempt was made to abandon ship. They found the thing 500 feet down below the surface. It had broken into 2 parts, 150 feet apart from each other. Anyway, Edmund Fitzgerald. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 338, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Just a minute ago, during the break, my phone rang and I looked down on it and it said United States of America calling or something like that. Okay, so I didn't answer it. And then it went to my voicemail. So I looked at my voicemail and it said, you can dispute a $999 charge on your Apple discount something or other by hitting and going, whoa. That's obviously crap, right? That's fraud and the thing. So I just erased it immediately, right? I didn't do anything except, although I did see what it was and I erased it.
That sounds legit. I don't know if you should erase that one.
No, it doesn't, does it? That's all crap. Isn't that all fraud stuff?
Oh, yeah. I don't
have an Apple thing. 40. I mean, I don't remember. Didn't do an Apple charge of anything. I don't have an Apple charge thing. Isn't that a thing you have to have? I have a phone. Is my phone an Apple phone?
Yes.
It's an something. So
yeah, it's an Apple phone.
Well, I wouldn't suddenly come up with a $999 charge.
No, it's a
fake
scam,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I mean, that's it. I hate it. I hate this. I hate that. I'm an educated man. Anyway, but they sure got me here. No, I'm sure. I know. I'm a total idiot about this in every way. By the way, I got a little fun. One other thing I wanted to mention to you. Again, I've got to keep track of this, and I hate that it's going too. I mentioned last week I got Well, a couple weeks ago, I got a notice, a text message from State Farm, my insurance company, auto insurance, and they said that my bill was overdue. And I go, oh my God. So I called him and said, yeah, we never got your bill. I said, I didn't get a bill. Sure enough, I never got a bill in the mail. And so I paid him over the phone, my credit card. And then I said, well, now I need one of those little cards. I didn't get a bill. So in the tax, but twice a year you get a bill. In that bill, you also get your little insurance card to put in your freaking wallet. Well, I didn't get a bill, so I didn't get an insurance card to put in my wallet. So I had to have them make one up and send it to me. And that was like, 2 weeks ago? I remember talking about this. Well, guess what? All of a sudden, I get a notice on my text message. My chopper insurance is now due on the 18th of November. I have not yet gotten a bill in the mail. Second, I never got a bill in the mail from the first State Farm notice, and now on my other vehicle, maybe this is the car, I don't remember, it was one or the other, and I got now it's due on the 18th, and I still have not gotten a message. Oh no, it's on the car bill, which is the big one. It's like the monster expensive one, and I never, and so now I got to. I'm trying. Now I got to wait. I don't want to wait till the last minute because I want to do a mail. I want to write them a check. I don't want to put it on my credit card. This is crap. I mean, it's just absolute crap.
You know what this sounds like?
What?
A you problem.
I know it. I'm so sorry. Well, it's wrong. It's just freaking wrong. I mean, I just is. And again.
Oh.
Yeah.
You think that's bad?
Yeah, I do.
After last year, 2 years ago, dealing with Social Security Administration and what pains in the butt they are, incompetent and slow and evil. Yeah. Now I'm dealing with the process of looking ahead toward Medicare.
Oh boy.
And that's even worse.
Boy.
They intentionally, the government and the healthcare industry goes out of its way to confuse you so you make the wrong mistake and you basically give more money away than you need to. It's like they're in cahoots to steal as much money as they can after they've stolen your Social Security. Now they come after your money for healthcare. It's absolute joke is what it is.
And then tax. And by the way, did they ever pass a bill to eliminate the income tax on Social Security payments, which you've already paid for since it's your money you're getting back?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think I have. Unbelievable. Okay, doke. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Happy? A couple quick things. Glenn Beck, once again today, had this huge story, and it hasn't broken officially yet. He hasn't named the girl. There's a female police officer from the Washington, D.C. police force who was the pipe bomber in the insurrection, mostly peaceful non-insurrection day, January 6th. It's a female Washington, D.C. police officer who then got a job, who was working for the CIA. And all of a sudden, Glenn Beck with his Blaze TV investigator guy has come up with all this information, and the cover-up is unbelievable. They've erased all of the audio technology. They've erased all the emails. They've erased all the videos, surveillance pictures and stuff, all the evidence, all the January 6th committee evidence about this stuff has all been erased. They erased evidence, just like Hillary did when she erased all her emails and stuff, federal subpoenas. And now the CIA and the FBI under Christopher Wray is all responsible for all of it. And nobody's covering the story. They know who it is. It's a white D.C. police officer who suddenly has gotten away with it working for the CIA. CIA is not supposed to be planting bombs in the Capitol for political purposes. In our country, plant them over in Cuba, for God's sakes, like you're supposed to. Gaza Strip, something, God.
They made a big deal out of it first, saying it was our side that was doing it. And that it was MAGA people did it.
They did it to blame Republicans, to say they wanted to bomb the Capitol. This is how far they're going to go to stop the election, the re-election, the non-election of Donald Trump. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's a coup. The
and
whole
they
thing was
covered it all up. FBI and the CIA, and nobody's covering the story. This isn't just Arctic frost. That's a whole other thing. This is the pipe bomber story. And the way they covered up the people investigating, all the evidence is gone. Although they have something like 39,000 frames of video of the person, and they know who it is, and everybody's covering it up. And by the way, the guys before us thought it was pretty interesting, and Glenn Beck too. I think it was Glenn Beck who said, "Isn't it interesting that suddenly Nancy Pelosi says, I'm retiring?" When all of a sudden the information is coming out about an insider. Again, she stopped the National Guard from being called and everything else and admitted it. And so all of a sudden now this may be unfolding. Here we go. I mean, we'll see.
Oh, All you need to know is Congress that day was to investigate the election and the questions, legitimate questions coming up, and either say yes or no, was it good or is it not good election? Yeah. And as soon as that thing happened, they canceled the investigation. They had no right to cancel that investigation just because some idiots went nuts outside the door. Yeah. That showed that the mob can show up and change you from doing what your job is. Yeah. That's Congress's job, to investigate an election, whether it's good or bad, so we still have faith in it. And they decided, well, we're not going to do it anymore because those guys out there, walked into the Capitol. It was like they were looking for the excuse, and they knew the excuse was coming, so they wouldn't have to do their job.
Yeah. And the January 6th commission, of course, was a joke. And they're also investigating that commission for hiding. Talk about cover-up evidence. Holy smokes. About what lengths they went to fake the entire thing to once again get Republicans and Donald Trump. Oh my God, it's 3:45. Right, coming up, really cool, and I think we'd say it's cute. Delta pilot. I'll bet my friend Kevin knows him. I'll bet you that's true. Talking about people, feeling easy and safe when they're on their next airline flight. Coming up, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Happy Monday. It's 3:45 already. Look out.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Then it's Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck at noon, and the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. And hang out every night for Jesse Kelly at 6 and Jimmy Fela at 9. And stream it all live in crystal clear HD on the Extra 106.3 app.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Ho, ho, holy cow. Family and friends are coming for the holidays, and you need some projects done around the house before they arrive. Relax. We've got you covered. Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia from the Trusted Toolbox. With our handyman for a day deal, we can knock out all those projects you've been putting off for months. From plumbing issues and painting to flooring, fencing, trim work, and much, much more. So get your home ready for the holidays and call us at 770-623-3097, or you can always book it online at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Boing. I got another Aerosmith for you Monday. It was on this day in 2018, bizarre story that Aerosmith guitar picker Joe Perry had to be rushed to the hospital after performing with Billy Joel. It was such an incredible, horrible... No, he was happening to be performing with Billy Joel at New York's Madison Square Garden. And Joe Perry started experiencing shortness of breath. He was treated backstage by paramedics who gave him oxygen and also used a tracheal tube to clear his airway before they took him to the hospital. Joe Perry, Aerosmith, 2018. Damn. That's not walk this way. That's no good. Let's see. Did my teeth just whistle? Every once in a while I have to. I don't know where that came from. Let's see. Birthday list includes naughty little Ellen Pompeo. Ellen Pompeo is 56. Dr. Meredith Grey on Grey's Anatomy. Do I remember this correctly? As I recall, I was married at the time I was first to watch this kind of stuff. And as I recall, wasn't the beginning of the story of Grey's Anatomy was that this little hot little cutie chick is in a bar somewhere and gets picked up by some guy in a one-night stand, and then the next day she shows up at her brand new job at this brand new hospital in a brand new town, and the guy she meets is her boss. It's the guy she slept with a one-night stand at the bar. I think that's how that story. I think that's how the show started, which is pretty trampy and sexy at the same time. Anyway, by the way, this is a bizarre story. On this day in 1879, Western Union was the communications behemoth. In the years after the Civil War, it was the world's richest, most powerful corporation. Western Union dismissed the recently patented telephone as a toy. When Alexander Graham Bell and his associates approached Western Union in 1876 and said, "We'll sell you our telephone, the whole kit and caboodle, for $100,000. Well, the Western Union memo said the idea is idiotic on the face of it. Furthermore, why would any person want to use this ungainly and impractical device when he can send a message to the telegraph office and have a clear written message sent to any large city in the United States?" Well, the rejection stung, but Bell's assistant, Thomas Watson, noted it turned out another piece of good fortune. 10 years later, those same patents would have been bought for $25 million. Western Union realized the regret was too late. In a futile gesture of painstakingly bad sportsmanship, Western Union tried to challenge Bell's patent in court by joining forces with Alicia Gray, the loser in an earlier telephone patent race with Alexander Graham Bell. Thomas Edison had made significant improvements on transmitters. They claimed Bell had stolen the idea. Well, of course, the whole thing was ugly, and the partners with whom he formed the Bell Company said, we're going to fight this, and they did. Everything was fine. November 10th, 1879, the company agreed to withdraw from the telephone business altogether, and now Western Union limps along. When I send money orders, I do it at the Publix, and I go to the counter and use Western Union to send money in minutes, and that's about all they're good for as far as I'm concerned. But they do it. By the way, and again, I think this is still true. When I send my little brother money in another state here in America, I think it costs me something like $24 on top of whatever I'm sending him. If I want to send money to somebody in Mexico, I think it's $8.
8 pesos.
8, yeah. I mean,
you can send it wireless for free.
Well, I don't know what that means. Well, no, I mean, I do. Oh, you mean it through the bank?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Zelle or Venmo or PayPal.
Yeah.
PayPal.
Yeah, I should get
Apple Pay.
I got to get that app. It's a $4.53, $3.50.
You get free Netflix with it when you do that.
Well, if I had that, God, I could watch that on my fingernail driving in the car. That app is so good. It's so small, but very good. Let's do this, shall we? Donald Trump says, you air traffic controllers, get back to work. And he said, by the way, if you don't, we're going to dock your pay and we're going to make sure you're missing. What's the matter? What do you got?
Trump is taking questions.
Let's do it right now. Donald Trump live, Oval Office.
It's a deal I heard about. That's certainly, they want to change the deal a little bit, but I would say so. I think based on everything I'm hearing, they haven't changed anything, and we have support from enough Democrats, and we're going to be opening up our country. It's too bad it was closed, but we'll be opening up our country very quickly.
Mr. President, that deal does reverse the mass firings your administration put through during the shutdown. Did you sign off on that, and will you abide by that if this passes?
Well, I will be. I'll abide by the deal. The deal is very good. We're not going to be giving $1.5 trillion to to people that came in from jails and from, the gangs and drug dealers and all of these others that they wanted to be given health care, which would have hurt our health care system. I hope that we're going to be able to have a health care where Lindsay and I were discussing it, Jim and I were discussing it, and Katie, we discussed it. We want a health care system where we pay the money to the people instead of the insurance companies. And I tell you, we're going to be working on that very hard over the next short period of time, where the people get the money. We're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars where the people get the money. Yes, please.
The Syria president, sir, did you update us on your meeting? Did you come to any agreements?
Say it?
With the leader of Syria you had earlier, did you come to any agreements today?
Well, I've had an agreement with him. He's a very strong leader. He comes from a very tough place, and he's a tough guy. I liked him. I get along with him. The new president of Syria. And we'll do everything we can to make Syria successful, because that's part of the Middle East. We have peace now in the Middle East, first time that anyone can remember that ever happening.
Donald Trump, the peace president. I love it.
As you know, Syria is a very big part of the Middle East, very important part. If you look back at Syria, for years they had the doctors, the lawyers, they had so many of the great intellects. It's an amazing place with great people, and we want to see Syria be successful along with the rest of the Middle East. So I have confidence that he'll be able to do the job. Absolutely.
How close are you to a deal on a trade deal with India? Are you willing to consider lowering the current tariff rate?
Well, right now the tariffs are very high on India because of the Russian oil, and they've stopped doing the Russian oil. It's been reduced very substantially. Yeah, we're going to be bringing the tariffs down.
What kind of level are we talking about here?
I mean, at some point we're going to be bringing them down. Without tariffs, this country would be in such trouble, as they were for many years. That's why we owe $38 trillion. And one of the things we're going to do, we're going to issue a dividend to our middle-income people and lower-income people of about $2,000. And we're going to use the remaining tariffs to lower our debt. We're going to be lowering our debt, which is a national security thing. So we're doing a lot of good work. The numbers were reported so incorrectly. The real numbers are trillions of dollars have been taken in or gotten in terms of investment from the tariffs. And so if that were ever reversed, it would be a disaster. Frankly, it would be a national security problem for our country. And nobody thinks it's going to be reversed. I think we had a very good court case. As you know, it's before the Supreme Court right now. But if that were ever reversed, people are saying, oh, it's $1 billion. Some people said, oh, it's $2 billion. Well, that obviously we can handle very easily. But this is trillions of dollars we're talking about in terms of the tariff income and all the investment income that's come into our country. We have more than I would say right now more than $18 trillion. The biggest number ever is a tiny fraction of that for any country. China, the United States, the biggest number ever. If you look at the past administration, Biden, he did less than $1 trillion in 4 years. We're over $18 trillion. By the time my first year ends, we're going to have over $20 trillion of investment coming into the United States. It's unheard of. We have AI factories. We're leading China by a lot. We have cars and car plants coming in by more than we've ever had built before. All of that would go away if we lose the tariff case. So all of it would go away. So they're not giving the right numbers. It would be an economic disaster. It would be a national security disaster if we lost the case in the Supreme Court.
Do you think so?
Daniel?
Can we ask that tariff rebate? This is an idea that you've been talking about for months. This is going to directly, positively impact millions of Americans. Why is this important for you to do, and when do Americans expect that?
So I've been talking about it for a long time, the dividend to people that, have suffered under the Biden administration. So Biden had the highest inflation in history, and we now are at a very low point. We're going to be hitting 1.5% pretty soon. So we're at a low point, and he was a high point. We did that. Food prices are way down. It's all coming down. And the biggest decrease, of course, is energy. And, as goes energy, goes everything else. Because when energy comes down, the oil, the electric, I think you're going to see $2 gasoline or something very close to that. In fact, we're already in the twos. But I think you're going to be seeing very soon $2 gasoline. That's like the equivalent of a massive tax cut. But in addition to that, the great, big, beautiful bill gives you a very, very big tax cut.
Got news in 1
And
minute
then you have
here.
no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and no tax on overtime for the middle income and for even, frankly, anybody. But you have no tax, and the no tax on tips has turned out to be a tremendous thing. But when you think no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for seniors, it's the great big beautiful bill, which has been mischaracterized. But now people they don't want to talk about it because it's so good, the enemy, because it's so good for everybody. It's
I love
the
it. Yeah, the enemy doesn't want to talk about it. Anyway, Donald Trump live, doing the country live at the Oval Office. What a country we got. Kim Pete Flounder, hold on, stand by. It's 4 o'clock.
WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta's Safe House.
A bipartisan effort to end the shutdown. Lisa Brady, Fox News.
I just want to say how much I appreciate the 8 joining with us to just reopen up the government.
Wisconsin Republican Senator Ron Johnson also just telling Fox after the late night vote to break a Senate filibuster.
I can say for most Republicans, we want to work with Democrats, for example, on the individuals who are losing all their subsidies.
Democrats have been pushing for an extension of Obamacare subsidies expiring this year. The Senate's new short-term spending bill does not include that. Instead, they're only being promised a separate vote. A final vote is still needed, which would send the spending bill to the House. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
All of these loudmouths on the House Republican conference side, who's been saying for the last several weeks that we have to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits. Now is their chance.
Jeffries also argues a variety of costs are still rising under the Trump administration. White House Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett says the administration's working on affordability, including for housing, after the president floated the idea of 50-year mortgages.
What it does is it reduces the monthly payment quite a bit. For a typical home for middle America, and it's by a few $100s a month. And we need to help people get back into homes.
Critics warn against increasing the amount of interest being paid and not addressing a housing supply shortage. The president also wants to send checks to Americans from what he calls tariff dividends.
And one of the things we're going to do, we're going to issue a dividend to our middle income people and lower income people of about $2,000. And we're going to use the remaining tariffs to lower our debt.
The president just repeating that moments ago. Hassett emphasizing, though, the proposed checks would need congressional approval. Wall Street rallies. The Dow up 381 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
I have this song on my magic music stick. The Cranberries. And Dolores O'Riordan was something of a scoundrel for a while there, a little scamp in 2014. Dolores got arrested and charged with some air rage on an Aer Lingus flight from JFK in New York to Ireland. She got verbally and physically abusive with the crew. So they arrested her. She resisted arrest, reminded them that she had her taxes pay their salary, and shout, "I'm the Queen of Limerick. I'm an icon." And then she headbutted one of the police officers. Don't you know who I am? Following her arrest, O'Riordan spent 3 weeks in a psychiatric hospital later pleaded guilty. And then didn't she die? Is this one who died? Yeah,
yes,
sorry.
she died in a bathtub or something.
Yeah, as I recall, it was kind of a Whitney Houston thing, I think. I think it was a drug over. I don't know if it was cocaine. I don't remember. Anyway,
hope she didn't linger.
Oh God! Well, maybe she was, overcome with her vodka and cranberry juice cocktail.
I mean, it's not too soon.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about your Irish goodbye.
Slip slowly away from the crowd. Oh, God. Oh, no, really. That's. And now, your birthday. Birthday includes Donna Fargo. I love her singing. She's a country gal. I have on my music magic stick, the happiest girl in the whole USA. Good morning, sunshine. You happy with me as I wake up next to you kind of deal? A very sweet song. Donna Fargo, 84. Also, she sang Funny Face, if you'll recall that. Both very although the Funny Face was, I think, kind of sad. I don't remember. Anyway, let's see. On this day in history, I didn't know that this wasn't on my history list, or I would have showed the picture I have of me interviewing John Wayne Bobbitt. When John Wayne Bobbitt came to Atlanta, God, had to be the mid-'90s, I was doing my radio show on remote, as I recall, and he showed up and stayed there for the remote. And, in fact, I believe Mike Rose was my producer, and ironically, at the golf tournament on Friday at the Heritage Club, and I saw you sneaking up in the air bomb in the picture at the end. I didn't notice it before. Pretty funny. When I'm standing there on the golf course getting ready, crap, hold on. God.
Cramp.
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 Oh, I hate that.
Cramp. Brain cramp.
Oh, I hate that. Okay, hold on. Everything's fine.
I hate the brain cramps.
So I'm standing there, and this kid walks up to me and says, hey, you used to work with my father. I said, oh, yeah, who's that? He said, Mike Rose. I said, oh, my God, this is Mikey's kid. It was Benjamin, Mikey's kid, Benjamin. Anyway, and we had a nice talk, and it was fun. He's a great kid. He seems like a great kid. He works for 680 The Fan. In fact, Friday was his first day. So, I mean, what a day. We're at the golf course having, for Veterans Day and for, Warrior Alliance and everything. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, Mike Rose's kid comes up. We start thinking his first day on 680 The Fan was that day we met. And, of course, I haven't, talked or seen Mikey. He shows up on Facebook all the time. But anyway, he was my producer back when John Wayne Bobbitt was a guest on my show. And we talked about Lorena chopping off the old Farkaluke. And it was on this day that that his little Tina Minks, Lorena, was acquitted of the sexual assault on his Johnson charge because of mental defect or something like that. And by the way, when she chopped it off, she took off in the car and started driving, and then she threw it out the window. Can you imagine the guy behind her, this thing flopping off the windshield, and the guy said, man, did you see the size of the thing on that mosquito? Holy crap. And that bug had the biggest. Oh, no, I think that was probably true. Anyway, she was acquitted. And John Wayne, the point about John Wayne Bobbitt was he's a former Marine. And the thing I remember most is that he really wasn't very smart, had really very little to offer, went on to get his unit reattached with an extension and did a movie called Frankenfurter, whatever. Anyway, but that was on this day when it all came to thing. Okay. Marine Corps birthday, 250 years. And the first Marine Corps land battle on foreign soil was in Libya. 600 Marines stormed the city of Derna to rescue the crew of the USS Philadelphia from pirates. And from the shores of from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, Libya. And that was because of this, the first Marine Corps land battle, by the way. Let's see. Just for the fun of it, did you know that Marine recruits must finish eating at boot camp the moment their drill instructor is finished, which is why you eat fast, because you all get in a line, then you go on. I've told you the story about being a fat body. The fat bodies to the rear, and when you get in, the only thing you can eat, even if you're a big there was one guy, we call him, his name was Wildman, and we call him Wild Man because he was about probably 6'2" and at least 240 solid muscle, but he was huge, and so they put him on the fat body platoon. I was 200 pounds, and they put me on the thing for the first several weeks, and you could have nothing but water and meat. No potatoes, no rolls, no milk, no desserts, no nothing. Water and meat and vegetables. That was it. Anyway, and you're at the end of the row. So when you get in, you have like literally 90 seconds maybe to eat your meal. And then you have to race back out to get back in the end of the line before the drill instructor gets out there. Anyway, but that's for the record, you have to finish eating in boot camp before the drill instructor finish, or you're in big trouble. Anyway, sorry, little Marine Corps thing. It's Marine Corps, 250 years. What the heck? All right, just kind of, Donald Trump is telling air traffic controllers, if you stayed on the job and never left work, he wants to give you a $10,000 bonus. And if you refuse to go back to work, then you're going to get docked, and he's going to try to get rid of you and treat you, badly because you didn't help your country. Now, a lot of my pilot buddy Kevin. The mainstay behind getting my chopper done with all you volunteers who chipped in and surprised me with fixing up my chopper that was broken for 20 years, and my daughter Jennifer and everything else, and you guys. Anyway, so he's a Delta pilot. Well, another Delta pilot, identified by passengers as Christopher Pennington, a captain at Delta, was ready to get on his flight. Flounder, going to play cut number 4 here. Before they took off, the captain, Christopher Pennington, took to the speaker, the microphone, and had a message for the perhaps nervous passengers aboard the plane. Flounder?
I know we probably have quite a few nervous flyers today. It is perfectly understandable. I want to emphasize this aircraft does not move a single inch unless both my co-captain Michael and myself are absolutely certain it's safe to do so. Top that off. Before I left the house on this trip, my little one has learned the word ice cream, and she made me make sure I promised her to get her ice cream when I get back home from the trip. That being said, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing unsafe comes in between me and that little girl and her ice cream. I know you guys probably have some similar plans, maybe not tonight, but probably tomorrow afternoon once we get you up to Raleigh. Please feel free to join our Wi-Fi and take care of picking out which place you guys are going to get ice cream, or shoot your friends and family text about what you guys are doing on the flight. It's going to be short. Should be a really nice day to go flying. We'll get you guys up there safely. Again, thank you so much for your help here in the boarding process. We'll get underway. Welcome aboard.
There you go. Anyway, turn this stressful flight into something comforting. Human touch can ease some fears, and it was kind of a nice little personal thing, which is nice. 411, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Holy cow, about an hour from now, we're going to be sending a Holy Crap at Sports. And I'll say, when I saw this story over the weekend, I was flabbergasted. 2 pitchers for the, who's the Guardians? What's that, Cleveland? Yeah, Cleveland Indians for Guardians. Their closer, Emmanuel, is it Clace or Chase? Class A, sorry. And another pitcher named Luis Ortiz are charged with gambling and throwing games based on individual pitches. They would pitch, they would, oh my God, Pete, do I understand this correctly? That they would actually they would tell people, or they would be told, if you throw the first pitch when you're in the game, you should throw a ball, don't throw a strike, and I'll bet that you're going to throw a ball on the first pitch you're in the game, and therefore they'd win money, and then the pitchers would get their cut. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Pitch by pitch.
I've been saying for years it was coming. It's easy to do, and as soon as these guys find out it's easy money, nobody else has been caught, so nobody's been punished, so they think they're untouchable. Nothing's ever been done to them their entire lives because they're special, and they just think that nothing bad can happen to them. And if you don't enforce the law, every once in a while somebody's going to push it, and they pushed it and got caught.
But I mean, even the very thing that these prop bets allow you to bet on any particular pitch.
Oh, yeah. Pitch for pitch for pitch. Go up to the casinos up here in North Carolina and sit there in the sports book and watch people watching the TV screen. And
again, we'll talk more about this later on, but one of the things that got me was, at one point, their Class A's plan went awry when he threw a ball. He was supposed to throw a really crappy pitch, a ball, out of the strike zone, which he did, but the batter swung at it anyway, which made it a strike. And so the guy who bet that he's going to throw a ball lost all his money. And so Class A, I guess, had to text him in the dugout between innings, sorry, pal, I didn't know he was going to do that. I mean, this is unbelievable. I can't even imagine being so taken in that you're, as a professional pitcher, how many guys are pitchers in the big league? I mean, out of all the people in the world are pitchers in the big league, and you're willing to do this, to gamble a few $1,000s on a particular pitch, that you're even thinking about that during a game, I can't believe.
He's thrown away his career probably. He's made $12 million or something like that, and he's thrown all that away for a few tens of thousands of bucks in a bet.
It's just what kind of are there no character
stupid?
in these people? I mean, there's no sense of decency. I mean, who raises the wolves? I mean,
it's they're both from the Dominican, I believe. I'm sure you're going to hear about how they were raised, and how they grew up poor, and blah blah blah. But I'm sorry, if you've made $12 million, I don't want to hear about how poor you were growing up and how you had to bet because you were poor growing up. Lots of people grow up poor and never gamble illegally.
Yeah. Plus, these guys have to work it through the minor leagues, so they got professional coaches who are there to counsel them and take them under the so they have plenty of opportunities to become a big leaguer.
They got plenty of money right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Please give me a freaking break. I mean, I was flabbergasted. All right, it's 4:15 already. Holy cow! Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. Shutdown's almost over. A couple of days, and now there's a lot of stuff coming up here. All right, look out.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
A totally unhinged commentary today, enough to make you wonder, why would anybody give this guy a microphone? First of all, a shooting. High school, somebody bumped into a teenager in the high school hallway, and he didn't apologize. So the teen who was bumped, we'll call him Thug-tavious, challenged the other team to a fight. They met outside, and Thug-tavious shot him. I guess he'd been disrespected. Then another one, this one is in DeKalb County, didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing was ticked off because his girlfriend spent an evening with friends instead of with him. So didn't do nothing, went and found his girlfriend, shot her, and killed her. Yes, both of these killers were black. And yes, both of them were raised without a father in the household. So what else is new? Next, we have a female basketball player. Her name is Dawn Staley. She wants a national apology from American Eagle for choosing Sydney Sweeney over Angel Reese in that advertising campaign for jeans. A national apology. Why? Because Sydney Sweeney is white. Angel Reese is not. And Dawn Staley wants us to know that jeans are a black thing. The first ones were stitched by slaves for Levi's. And now we have somebody from CNN, Ashley Allison. She says that SNAP, food stamps, having a massive impact on her life after she went to get her eyebrow technician to work on her eyebrows. And the technician told her they had to fire people because clients didn't have money to do their brows. They were having to spend it on food. A little picture of America for you this morning. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardy siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Well, don't let a little chill and snow affect anything. If you're putting in planting stuff or want to protect it or whatever, Stovall & Company, your third-generation wholesale landscaping supply company. And, it's never too late to do something like out at the pool in the backyard with an outdoor fireplace or an outdoor kitchen. If you need stuff like sprinkler systems and irrigation systems, along with those plants and flowers and trees and shrubs and all that supply stuff. And again, Stovall & Company, these folks, Paul and the boys, been doing this for so long. Like 11 locations, latest one, Ken. And if you need something they don't have, they can tell you where else to find it. What a company, StovallInc.com.
Attention extra listeners.
The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
SUV shoppers get better than Black Friday savings with $7,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Ford Explorers, Ford Expeditions, and Ford Bronco Sports through November 30th at Akins Ford in Winder. Hi, this is Brad Akins, and you also get your first 2 years of regularly scheduled maintenance like oil changes and tire rotations at no additional charge. Stock number 89309, MSRP $32,990 with approved financing in your 1995 renewer trade. Dealer retains factory rebates plus government fees. See dealer for details. Visit us today at akinsford.com.
Did you know that there are over 34,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia? Yet despite that huge number, Bruce Hagen was recently named by his peers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state. Do you know who is not among the top 100 lawyers in the state? Some clown standing on top of an 18-wheeler. Those kind of lawyers may make flashy ads, but they're just marketers, not real lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need Bruce Hagen, a real lawyer who tries cases and wins. Call Bruce Hagen. He's the real deal for your injury case. Hagen-law.com.
Look out. So Stones. 2014, Stones faced a battle to win $12.7 million in an insurance claim for concerts they postponed when Mick Jagger's girlfriend died. Wren Scott took her own life in March of 2014. The Stones postponed the tour of Australia and New Zealand. They took out a policy to be paid in the event shows were canceled due to the death of family members or others, including Scott. But underwriters said Scott's death may not be covered by the policy because it was not exactly an accident, apparently. So they sued and sued and sued. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 421. Our little friend Gretchen, it's snowing in Roswell.
Really?
Yeah.
Roswell?
Snowing in Roswell. As a kid,
Veronica texted me. She said when Lucas came in, he had some white furries on his back, so we got some mist as well.
A little dusting, oh my goodness, yeah. Well, our little friend Gretchen says it's snowing in Roswell. I remember as a kid, when I grew up in New England, and we couldn't wait. It's snowing, and we had all snow suits, and we go out and play in the snow. And
here it's special. Here it's we don't see it much, so it's kind of a special thing.
This is big time Charlie here. Actual snow too, by the way. In fact,
staying home from school.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Snow days, and yeah. Of course, it's handled differently around here. But again, we're doing the South does okay. We have dirt trucks and salt trucks, and
maybe now we didn't.
It's
when
not
we were
like
younger.
I mean, not these days.
The worst thing was to hear all day that you were going to have snow overnight, and get up the next morning and there was no snow.
Yeah, it's just cold. Yeah, it's just cold.
Yeah, that was a disgruntled bunch at the old bus stop out there.
Yeah, I was not too happy there. Our birthday list includes Kiernan Shipka. Kiernan Shipka is 26. She was the little girl Sally on Mad Men, the daughter. And as I recall, she saw something really bad one time involving two adult people of opposite sexes doing something bizarre. On this day in history, 1951, Sir Hugh Beaver becomes involved in an argument over which was the fastest game bird in Europe, the golden plover or the red grouse. realizing that it was impossible to confirm in reference books whether or not the golden plover was indeed Europe's fastest game bird. He figured there must be many other questions debated nightly in pubs, but there was no book anywhere in the world with which to settle these arguments. He then hired the twins, Norris McWhirter and Ross McWhirter, to compile such a book of facts. It became the Guinness Book of Records and was an instant success in 1951. Actually, I thought it was a lot older than that, to be honest with you. Have you ever tried to do anything to do a Guinness World Record? Not me.
You thought about it, but never did anything.
Well, Flounder, you ever done anything for a world record? Do you have any records?
Let's see.
You have any school records or records, county records?
No.
I was good. You put your elbow back and you put coins on top of your elbow.
Yeah.
And then you try and catch them real quick.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was pretty good doing that. And I thought, man, we could do this. And then there's no way you're going to do as many as the guy in the record book.
500 in 20 seconds or something.
And then you screw up, and there'd be change all over the house.
No, it would not be appropriate. Give repeat, Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Let's see. Changes in our society. I just got this letter in the mail here. Let's see what this is here.
Chicken's parents are going to sue.
The Al Jazeera constipation. Thank you for supporting local journalism. Well, what are you doing about it? Oh, sorry. I got my renewal options, and it says the e-paper, a digital replica of the print newspaper, will be delivered to your inbox every day by 6 a.m. And it includes unlimited access to all content on AJC.com. Yes, the paper's going out of business, and they want me to pay them $159.98 every quarter. That comes out to $640 a year to get the digital newspaper.
No.
I've had the newspaper for as long. I used to deliver the newspaper when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. Had my paper route, and as an adult, I'd get the newspaper, and I would get both of them when I was here. In fact, I used to get the morning and afternoon, and all my whole life. And now I'm not going to have a morning newspaper for the end of this year, for the first time in my adult life. And I know it's stupid, but honestly, I think it's a thing. I think it's a thing. I think it's bad. I think it's wrong. It's like, I was saying, you can't walk into some place and say, gee, I think there's only two genders. So, is anything wrong with that? And you'd be spit on.
Yeah. So. They did it to themselves.
Yes,
they only hired their own kind, their own ilk, all liberals, and they basically, they were publishing for a very small group of elitists.
Yeah.
So they get what they deserve.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's really a shame. We used to, in 72 when I came here, there were two major newspapers. Major.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and if you talk to them, I remember back in the 90s and 2000s, you'd be talking to them, and they were so arrogant.
Oh my God!
And so full of themselves about that was the real journalism right there. And
TV shows.
Right now, you're lying.
Columnists,
you're making stuff up.
They'd be on a TV show columnist and talk show stuff, and they're like, "Well, we have to, the newspaper.
We're the real journalists."
Oh Lordy! It was the son of a newspaper man. Garvin O'Melia was my buddy. He was the hood of the neighborhood when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, and his father was the overnight editor at the newspaper in Syracuse, New York. And Garvin and I used to hang around together. He's the one who taught me how to smoke when I was 9. He taught me how to inhale when I was 10. First lucky strike. Anyway. And by the way, speaking of current stuff and media things and no more newspaper. What's the matter, Flounder?
We have Walt on the horn, and him and his wife are in the Guinness Books of World Records for a record.
Oh, my God. Walt and your wife. Welcome aboard. Walt, what you doing? Congratulations. Tell me all about it.
It was pretty cool. In 2014, up at Harris Cherokee Casino.
Yeah.
My wife and I and 893 other people were dressed fully in Elvis costumes with the wig and glasses and we had to sing an Elvis song up there in the event center. And the guy from the Guinness Book of Records was there, of course, and he documented everything. So that was our big.
I'll be damned. An Elvis sing along with Cherokee Casino, outstanding. Right. Now, is your name actually in the book? Or they have your actual name, you and your wife's name in there?
No, they just have the group, the whole group, 895 people. We broke the record.
That's hysterical. Outstanding.
I think it still stands. I'm not sure, so we'll see.
Very cool. Well, thanks, man. Congratulations. Outstanding. That's pretty cool. Hey, by the way, I owe you a Flounder's Funny because we went to see Donald Trump. Have you got one near handy, Flounder? Let's do one right here. Screw it, and then we'll do one at the top of the hour, too. I hate to owe the people a Flounder's Funny because it's a cold, snowy day, and let's do a little something funny.
It's humiliating to print off your own resume and just try to make your own terrible credentials sound good, and then just have to walk up to another adult and be like, hey, I printed off a list of stuff I hope you'll like about me. Just hoping that, I don't know, you would pay me to be here 40 hours a week. But for some reason, I have included a list of jobs that have not worked out so far. In case you're not sold yet, you just flip to the back page where I've included a brief list of 3 people who've agreed to go along with this goddamn charade.
What's that?
That was Mr. Matt Wright.
Go along with it. Blankety blank charade. Anyways, 4:30. Carapine Flounder booing Donald Trump at the ball game as he's doing play-by-play later. Oh my God, we got it all on our Letter It Monday right here, 106.3. How you doing?
Need more than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if your old windows have you boiling in the summer and freezing in the winter, you need the pros at Window Nation with installation precision and experience that are second to none. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to getwindownation.com or call 866-90NATION for your free estimate. And for a limited time, get 50% off all window styles, plus pay no interest for 5 years.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage, we do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
So, the doc says I have ED. ED. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just an abbreviation for a condition so many men have. If I was to be honest, I probably also have a little OCD. I know I have a great HMO. Heck, I even have 3 weeks of PTO. Look, don't let a few letters get you down. If you have ED, there's HELP. Go see Dr. Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He's an ED specialist that will turn your life around PDQ. ED happens to a lot of men as we age. And just FYI, Dr. Deal can give you back the confidence you need to perform on the JOB. So, ready to take the first step? Quit yelling WTF at your little BFF and visit tbtofga.com. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can fix your ED ASAP. And before you know it, you'll be screaming OMG.
I'm getting in the game. The world won't be the same. I'm good to go.
Call 404-777-1911 or visit tbtofga.com.
Experience luxury like never before behind the wheel of a brand new Cadillac from Jim Ellis Cadillac.
From the iconic Escalade to the innovative electric Lyriq, Jim Ellis Cadillac offers the models you know and love, along with the latest in luxury EVs.
And the buying experience just as luxurious as the Cadillac name itself. With great prices, a great selection, and a team of knowledgeable sales associates, you'll love shopping at their showroom conveniently located on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Prefer to shop from home? Visit JimEllisCadillac.com, where you can browse all the latest offers and even start or complete your entire purchase online with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Want to try before you buy? Schedule an at-home test drive and enjoy the convenience of home vehicle delivery. Luxury is waiting. Experience it today at Jim Ellis Cadillac. Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. Many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Sean, is this a dangerous assumption?
It can be, because you know what? Lower taxes in retirement can be a myth. It's not always true, right? Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxed, right? Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable, so that needs to be accounted for. And that's why it's so important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes wherever possible.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
Hey, look, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get a copy today by calling or texting the word WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters on everything from Social Security to investments to income planning. We include guides in there as well as on strategies for income planning, for taxes, and even dealing with recessions in retirement, among other things. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text the word WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. And the team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Firm does not provide tax services.
Oh, God. You know, I can't, every freaking, I can't get my music list right. I forget.
Let's check in with Pete on the
Well, I had a lot of
stories
stuff.
prepared versus stories actually covered.
Oh, really? I went over.
You had a lot of stuff to talk about today, didn't you?
I kind of went overboard this morning.
When you're thinking of getting around to that. Because of the 18 stories you sent Flounder on the day of his vacation return, how many do you think you've done out of the 18?
At least
and
6.
What did you say when I called you today? You said, we got so much to talk about. So much.
16.79.
Lower.
15 and 14.
Lower.
13.
Lower.
12.
Get out of the teens. Let me just tell you right now. Get out of the teens.
9.5.
Lower.
7 and 3/17. Oh, you better just go ahead and tell the little people what I've done.
4
well,
out of 18 for a whopping 22%. You are the Raphael Belliard of stories today.
A little second baseman there or something for
shortstop.
Shortstop, of course. I remember Raphael. I'm running around the infield there. Anyway, well, I'll try to do better. No question about that. I've so much going on. In fact, I've got they're all great. It's just stuff, It's just, and more coming in is incredible. But first, a little something from our history list. On this day in 1903, visiting New York City on a frosty winter day, shortly before this day in 1902, Mary Anderson was riding the trolley. She noticed that the trolley driver, in order to see through the sleet on the windshield, had to either lean out of the window to see or stop and go outside to clear the window with his hands. Recognizing the opportunity, Mary Anderson designed a hand-operated device to keep a windshield clear, and on this day in 1903 got a patent for the automotive windshield wiper. It was a lever inside the vehicle, controlled a rubber blade on the outside of the windshield. The lever could be operated to make a spring-loaded arm move back and forth across the windshield, clearing it. A counterweight was used to ensure contact between the wiper and the window so it didn't go flying off into the air. She never profited from her invention because nobody had a car in the early 1900s. This is 1902, 1903. So they weren't very popular. And by 1922, when Cadillac became the first car maker to adopt windshield wipers as standard equipment, her patent had expired. And she didn't get a nickel. And in fact, I remember in my first car I bought for $250. I bought it in 1962 as a sophomore in prep school, and it was a 1953 Chevy. Beautiful Bel Air, black, shiny chrome, big, wide, white sidewalls. And if I'm not mistaken, it had a vacuum system windshield wiper. And so if you're driving along with a windshield wiper on, I swear this is true.
It is true. It's still true.
The faster you go, the faster the wipers went.
On my car, it does it. Not like it used to be where it comes to almost complete stop, but it does slow down and speed up a little bit depending on how fast you're going, yeah.
Yeah, but you're talking about your modern car? Your Porsche?
Yes. Yeah.
Boy, not me. I have these settings, for intermittent stuff like that.
Well, I got that, but it adjusts a little bit. Like if we're going faster, it'll go faster because I'm going faster.
Well, that makes sense.
To wipe it quicker, yeah.
But again, but back in the 1953, that was not, not a high-tech Porsche, technology. Trust me, that was some kind of vacuum pump thing. It was the damnedest thing I ever saw. And it might have been the same. I had a 55 Chevy and a 56 Chevy in my teenage years, and it might have been on all of them. But I know it was on that 53. God, would I love to have that car today. Oh, man. Anyway, 440, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. I heard Glenn, what's the matter?
Got a couple calls. We got Ed who wants to talk about windshield wipers, and then we got Rick the painter.
Excellent. Ed, you're on the radio. How's it going? Welcome, sir. What's up?
Hey, I had a 52 Olds first car.
Ah.
Two-door coupe, Super 88.
Oh, cool.
Windshield wipers or vacuum, and the problem is, Kimber, you got it reversed. The faster you go...
Oh, that's right. The slower they went, because it took the vacuum suction thing came out of the windshield wiper department. It was used in the car. Oh, my God, that's right. If you stopped, but as soon as you took off, they would slow down. Oh, my God, you're absolutely right. I forgot.
Exactly when you need them, when you're going fast, you drop dead.
Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot. Oh, my God. What memories. Holy smokes.
Hey, I hope Pete is going to address that Georgia game and that unbelievable
Falcons
loudspeaker stuff. I thought I was having problems with my dish TV with the rap stuff going on and all that.
Oh.
Bring it up, Pete.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't see the game.
Well, so give it. What happened, Ed?
Sorry, I thought Ed was done. Ed, give us a call back. I apologize.
We cut him out. Okay, Ed, that's my fault. Please call back. We don't know what you're talking about, but I'd love to talk about it. Now, I saw much of the Georgia game, or lots of it. I don't know what
Mississippi State Georgia game.
Yeah.
As soon as it became a blowout, I turned other.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
It started off like Mississippi State was going to kind of. Create a good competition of a game, but that felt
that's
flat.
Like always.
It was bulldog on bulldog violence, is what I got to say.
Yeah. Anyway, good point. Anyway, Ed, if you want to call back,
we got Rick the painter.
And Rick the painter, you're on the radio, man. Happy Monday. What's going on? What you got?
Hey, man. Hey, Kimmer, happy Monday, brother.
Good, man.
Hey, on the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, the records.
There's one I don't even know about. It's the tub of margarine.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard about that one. It's a full tub of margarine, and this lady has it. Well, it's this lady has it.
Yeah.
And, well, you know what? I better not tell this one on the air, Kimmer.
Well, oh, really? What do you mean?
Butter not.
Butter. Oh, you butter not. Oh, no, and that was you butter. So what I thought you were saying.
I told that one before. That's number 23.
Wow. Now, see, you got me twice. You got me twice. Hey ho, it's snowing. It's snowing. What's that?
You know what I did over the weekend, Kimmer?
I don't.
I accidentally glued myself to my autobiography, but nobody believes me.
Nobody believes you? What do you mean?
Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to the story, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, ha!
All right, we got Rod on the horn, and he's going to explain the rap music at the Georgia game Saturday.
Rod, welcome. Thanks. What happened? What did you miss? You got to turn down your radio. Upsy daisy. Oh, God.
We'll never know the mystery.
Is this Rod?
Yeah, this is Rod.
Okay, hi, Rod. You're on the radio. Yes, sir.
That was not me.
That's okay.
Did not get cut off.
That's okay.
So I kind of know what's going on. I was at the Alabama game Saturday, and they have decided that these colleges want to bring in DJs to play music in between breaks. I'm sitting at the Alabama game with my daughter. She's 24. So anyway, all of a sudden I'm sitting there going, I hear the word D in the middle of the stadium. There's families there. The word D, talking about grinding on a D.
Oh, my God.
Stadium.
You mean as in a sex organ?
Yes.
Oh, my God. At the stadium?
And I looked at my daughter and said, did that thing just say D and blankety blank? She goes, yeah. So I guess they think it's cool at every stadium to play
uncensored
uncensored music. And everybody has one. And Mississippi State has one. Alabama's got a DJ. Georgia's got a DJ that they fill in, and they play fill-in music, but it may not necessarily be G-rated. Now it's becoming X-rated. So there you go.
Well, I wonder who makes that decision. The athletic director? He must have somebody in charge of entertainment or something.
I'm sure somebody's in charge of the press box or the AV or whatever.
That's
maybe a program manager.
Now,
ridiculous.
And by the way, I don't want me to put you on the spot or anything. Your daughter being 24, did she have a reaction to it? Is this? Did she go?
She's crunk. She's crunk. She knows.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Well, I'll be damned. Well, that's what the hell's going on? It's so different. It's just so different.
Well, the Falcons started at the Georgia Dome. Well, didn't start it, but they just started doing that a long time ago. And someone we know was there helping with the music, and he got to the point where he couldn't take it anymore. They were right before the pregame, when the players were out there. The players wanted certain music while they were warming up.
Yeah, but
there were people in those stands.
Yeah, you can't.
And it was really vile stuff.
Yeah. Well, God.
I mean, the whole society is crashing and burning. So, and if you say anything, you're either racist or you're just not with it or whatever because you dare to have standards. I'm sorry,
Man, it's just one thing after, and it's just there's something new all the time. Mm-hmm. Oh God! All right, well. Okay. Anyway, half an hour from now, holy crap of sports with the whole thing. And airing our dirty laundry here. And boy, speaking of dirty laundry, hear about the tranny lawmaker from New Hampshire? Oh,
not yet.
Oh, Lordy. It's coming up. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And the AI hallucinating go get the podcast guy. All coming up.
Will it come up? Will it?
It's snowing.
I haven't heard it because you haven't done it.
I'll get into it today or tomorrow. I know that.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Okay, who just opened your Obamacare or Marketplace renewal and almost fell off that chair? Hey, 35%, and it's not even any better? You're not crazy. They keep jacking the premium and giving you less. I don't know about this stuff, but I know who does. I go to Steven, the health insurance doctor. I send people there because he's been doing this 16 years. He wins awards for this stuff. He helps the self-employed, 1099, small business owners, the people actually paying for their own insurance. You bet you're going to get corporate-style coverage, nationwide PPO. How about lower zero deductibles, plans that pay you cash benefits when you use them. And he does it all around the year round there because, he's independent. He's got multiple carriers to quote. A lot of you are going to see that premium go right down instead of up. And in some cases, saving to 60% over that renewal number. He works for you, not Washington. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. Or go to healthinsurancedoctor.net. It's Steven, not a call center. Your plan, your savings, and tell him the Kibber sent you.
It's a passionate original and a perennial favorite. Advanced technologies inside and under the hood. Electrifying style to go with its electrically and turbo-boosted engine. It's crisp in corners, composed in the city, and a wind-honed shape that's the definition of a dashing figure. Get an exceptional offer on the 2026 Mercedes-Benz CLA 250 Coupe. Just $479 per month for 36 months with $44.53 due at signing exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration, now through December 1st. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through December 1st, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Hey, it's Front Office Los for Howard Brothers. For over 70 years, Howard Brothers has been helping Georgia get the job done right. From outdoor power equipment and hardware to service and repairs, they've got the brands you trust and the people who know their stuff. Whether you're a homeowner, a pro, or just someone who loves a good project, Howard Brothers is your local partner for quality, honesty, and experience. With locations across North Georgia, stop by today or visit howardbrothers.com and see why the grass is always greener when you take care of it with Howard Brothers.
Hey, Braves fans, sometimes life throws you a knee-buckling curveball. That's when Truist One Checking steps up to the plate. If you're behind in the count, you won't have to worry about overdraft fees. Plus, eligible clients enjoy a balance buffer for some extra cushion. You'll get a convenient mobile app to keep an eye on things and access to thousands of Truist ATMs. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Go beyond just a baseball game with your Atlanta Braves and check out Truist Park's Ballpark Tour. See the ballpark like never before and explore the franchise's rich history with artifacts, exhibits, and more, led by tour guides who will take you to places behind the scenes that most fans have never seen before, including the press box, premium club spaces, and of course, step onto the field where your favorite Braves players battle it out during the season. And each tour comes with a complimentary player chain necklace. Visit Braves.com/tours to purchase your tickets today. And did you know Truist Park can host your next event? As a year-round facility, we host private events ranging from corporate meetings, trade shows, team building events, holiday parties, rehearsal dinners, you name it, Truist Park can host it. Visit Braves.com/events to get started on creating an experience like never before with one of Truist Park's unique venues. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Hey, this is Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. So things are deceiving sometimes, and it's hard to explain how much money I can really save you. I've saved people upwards of $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it really depends on the year, the make, the model of the car, and the price of the car. You know, on a $15,000 car, I can't save you $20,000. I mean, let's be realistic. We can probably save you $2,000 or $3,000, but it's through the course of the whole sale. The big one here that people don't realize, the financing. You go into the dealership, they tell you your rate's 9%. Well, really, it's probably 7% because they're allowed to make 2 points on there. We found a better way for customers to buy a car, an honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. So the beauty of what we do is we don't put you on a car that we have to sell. We put you on a car that you want. And at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car. Call 1-844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Coldplay. And every once in a while, that picture on the screen at their concert pops up again on Facebook, and they're still talking about it. Those marriages ruined, families embarrassed because they're cheaters. Anyway, 2008, Coldplay. Coldplay was declared the biggest selling act of 2008 at the Music Awards held in Monaco. They picked up the prize along with Rock Act of the Year, Coldplay, after their album Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends topped charts around the globe. Other winners at the World Music Awards, including Leona Lewis, Best Pop Female. Best New Artist Amy Winehouse won Female Pop Rock Award. Alicia Keys, Best in R&B. Lil Wayne, hip-hop rap artist, and Akron was the biggest internet artist of the year. Wow, I was wondering if Akron was going to make it. I was afraid he wasn't going to be in the running because, you know, of the... And now your birthday list includes that naughty Miranda Lambert. Miranda Lambert's 42 today. In fact, I have one of her songs on my Magic Music List. I think Flounder put it on there for me. The one where she says, they say you can't go home again. I used to do up there a little backstairs, did my homework and learned to play guitar. And, a pretty song. And on this day in history, 1951, direct dial coast-to-coast telephone service began in 1951. Who ever heard of such a thing? The mayor of Englewood, New Jersey, called the mayor of Alameda, California, 1951. Pete Davis, you're probably not old enough to remember party lines. You know what those are, though.
Oh, yeah. My grandparents had them in Mississippi.
Yeah,
and we as kids would pick it up. You picked up real slow.
Yeah.
And we'd listen to the conversations. And if one of them said, hold on a second, and set the phone down to go away, we just, after a minute, we go, I'm back. and they'd start talking to you again.
Yeah. And that was the thing. You pick up the phone and somebody's already talking on it because you were sharing the line. Well, party line is what it's called.
Usually about gossip and stuff like that. Who is it? Who's listening?
Well, that's the other thing. You had to try to not or you did it deliberately so that you knew, somebody wants to get on this. But again, what a time that was. I mean, really.
Imagine. People today have no clue. You pull out your cell phone and you want to talk to somebody, and 3 people around you are already talking on it.
And you can do it on TV if you want to, in South Africa if you feel like it, too, with that phone. I mean, it's just what a difference in everything.
Party lines.
Good Lord. I remember my childhood phone number from 1956. Hillcrest 26532.
BR 5479.
See, and
Breckenridge.
And I can't tell you my daughter's phone numbers. I have them in my phone, but I know the area code, but I don't remember because I know who uses them, who uses memory for phone numbers. You just hit the thing on your phone.
I know. I mean,
seriously, this is the state of education, learning how to look up things.
Yeah. The only thing I have memorized now is one of my credit cards, so I don't have to have it with me. I can just go ahead and do it over the phone or computer or whatever. I don't have to find it every time. But telephone numbers, I have no clue.
No, I know. It's not right. A couple of quick. This is Marine Corps birthday, 250 years. Marine Corps history. Tomorrow, of course, Veterans Day. And there are fewer than 100 Marines given the title of Honorary Marine, which is bestowed strictly by the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Honorary Marines, few and far between, include Chuck Norris, Bob Hope, a Brigadier General, honorary title, and Jim Neighbors, Corporal Jim Neighbors, Gomer Pyle, official honorary Marines. Did you also know that Marines, in fact, I remember that when you're in your uniform, Marines are not allowed to put your hands in your pockets. In fact, when you take your utility uniforms, which are the green working uniforms, when you get those back from the dry cleaners or the laundry, they're cemented totally. The pockets won't even open. They're all they're plastered closed. And when you carry your cigarettes, what you do is you get one of those little plastic pouches that fits a cigarette pack and you used to get them at the PX in the Marine Corps. They would sell you the little plastic box, and you put your cigarettes in there and enough room for matches, and you put them in your socks. Roll it up in your socks.
Okay. But I'm just going to ask a question here as a civilian.
Yes.
What the y'all doing? What do you think pockets were made for? I mean,
you didn't want your uniform to look all crumply and blumply and wrinkled and everything else. I mean, you got starch. When you put your uniforms in to get them back, they were hard as a board. I'm serious. I mean, the starch were just
Is
as
that
a rock.
Pocket on your uniform?
I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. You couldn't open the pockets.
Zero sense. We can't have a pocket, but we can make a pouch and sell that extra and shove it in your sock. Okay.
And one other thing, by the way, only female Marines are authorized to carry umbrellas in uniform. Male Marines, men don't carry umbrellas. I'm sorry.
No, men don't. Well, you can't put them in your pocket.
Oh, and one last thing here. Captain Lloyd Williams, Battle of Belleau Wood in World War I. Advised by a French officer to retreat. Captain Lloyd Williams said, "Retreat? Hell, we just got here." And that was his famous motto for the Marine Corps starting in World War I. Yeah, we're surrounded. We got them exactly where we want them. Anyway, if you don't hurt them, you don't hit them, you won't hurt them. And that's Chesty Puller, most decorated man. Chesty Puller was awarded 5 Navy Crosses, which is one step below the Medal of Honor. The most decorated Marine tough guy. Anyway, Marine Corps birthday, Semper Fi, you guys. 4:58, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. God, it blew the whole segment. I'm so sorry. It's all gone. We have to do another Flounders Funny here because I make up for the.
Yeah, we shouldn't do one of those 18 stories.
I'll come. I swear to God, I'm going to do them all in 4 minutes after the 5 o'clock news.
That was not one of the stories, by the way. The Marine thing.
I just threw that in there just as a little.
We got in a fight the other day, and she called me immature. And I don't know if you guys have been called immature before, but very tough to respond maturely to that.
Oh yeah.
I did not. I was like, "You immature." She's like, "That's what I'm talking about right there." It did not help that I just got an ice cream cone. Do not get in a fight if you have an ice cream cone. You're not going to win that fight. All right. This is not a position of power right here. I could just feel it dripping over my entire body. I couldn't lick it because if you lick it, you lose. Staring at it. She called me immature and I was like, I should not have gotten sprinkles. She wants me to be more emotional. That's the big thing right now. I'm more in touch with my emotions. My wife wants me to be more emotional. Like, she got mad on our wedding day because I wasn't crying. She was like, why aren't you crying? I was like, I'm not sad. She's like, tears of joy. I was like, I'm not happy.
Mr. Mason James right there.
Outstanding. Well done. All right, coming up, almost 5 o'clock. Holy crap at sports coming up. Also, all the news you haven't even heard yet. It's an incredible story. Billy Bob Thornton's in the news, and Scott Bessent's in the news, and you're going to hear all about Donald Trump getting booed at the ball game, and it's all coming up, and your calls with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on Monday, Marine Corps birthday. Hoorah! Look out.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 1063.
An off-ramp in the U.S. Senate. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. But after a handful of Democrats broke ranks to end the filibuster on a new plan to end the government shutdown, there's more finger-pointing. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer blaming the president.
He shut the government down longer than any president in American history, took innocent kids, veterans, federal workers as hostages, political hostages, all because he refuses to do anything to fix the health care crisis.
Democrats wanted an extension of Obamacare subsidies. Instead, a separate vote on that issue is promised. And many Republicans, including President Trump, still argue that Obamacare doesn't work.
We want a healthcare system where we pay the money to the people instead of the insurance companies. And I tell you, we're going to be working on that very hard over the next short period of time.
The Senate's new short-term spending bill would fund the government through January. 7 Democrats and 1 independent senator getting it to the 60-vote threshold it needed to advance.
And what the Democrats have proven here is that they're willing to take the country hostage for political stunts. And it didn't yield anything other than really shake the confidence of the American people.
House Speaker Mike Johnson telling Fox Business he's hoping the House could vote on the deal as early as Wednesday. For now, a final vote is still needed in the Senate, which means day 41 of a shutdown continues, along with flight disruptions and interruptions of food stamp assistance. Some of the betting on baseball is about to have new limits after 2 Cleveland Guardians pitchers were indicted, accused of rigging pitches for gamblers. Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase facing multiple charges, including money laundering and bribery. Their attorneys deny it and say they're cooperating. Major League Baseball just announcing its authorized gaming operators, representing most of the U.S. betting market, will now cap bets on individual pitches at $200 and exclude them from parlays. America is listening to Fox.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder on Marine Corps birthday, 250 years. And yes, it's true. The Marine Corps is a department of the Navy, the men's department. And as someone famous once said, the Marines I have seen around the world have the cleanest bodies, the filthiest minds, the highest morale, and the lowest morals of any group of animals I have ever seen. Thank God for the United States Marine Corps. Eleanor Roosevelt, just for the record. And there you are. And you got to be half nuts to want to go in the Marines. And that's just the way it ought to be. That's absolutely the way it ought to be. And by the way, you don't. When I was at Paris Island in 1966, it turns out that some of the guys have said, "Well, I joined because I know you get the dress blues." No, you don't get dress blues when you join the Marine Corps. You have to go buy those. If you want dress blues, they don't just give them to you. So anyway, goofball. All right, 504 Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. The Senate advances the deal. The shutdown will be ending. Democrats are going nuts. There's a civil war in the Democrat Party. They're saying suspected child molester Chuck Schumer's leadership days are over. And I mean, good. I mean, here we go. And of course, the Republicans did make a deal. The Republicans did say, well, I'll tell you what, we'll sign on to extend things to get the military paid and air traffic controllers back, stuff like that, which is good. And that's so the Democrats were able to cave. But still, the Democrats had to cave. And they knew there was no way they were going to win this. I don't know what they were thinking. And it was only because of a political fear of Chuck Schumer, afraid he's going to lose his job. And so screw him. Anyway,
well, there's another thing, too, that someone pointed out yesterday. I think Kurt did on Facebook. The Democrats have pretty much been in power 8 of the last 12 years, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They knew when they brought Obamacare on that it would never be solvent and it would cost a buttload of money. They lied to us in the beginning. The guy, Rahm Emanuel's brother, who helped design it, said afterwards they knew they were lying about the whole thing. They knew it. They've been in power 8 years of the last 12. They could have fixed this problem with Obamacare at any point.
It was their bill.
Why didn't they do it?
Yeah.
Because they knew how much money it would cost and it would completely blow the budget out of whack and they'd be blamed for it. So they waited till the Republicans got back in power and they say, well, the Republicans need to fix this health care problem that the Democrats caused and they want to blame it on the Republicans.
Yeah. And by the way, for the record, when you're criticizing Georgia's two liberal senators, Oswald and Raphael Weifnacher. Raphael Weifnacher, apparently, according to a list I just saw about the story, apparently has received almost $13 million in donations from the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, that California, New York, the big pharma.
Right.
Oh,
and John Oswald was given his money from California. And from the big farmers and stuff like that, he's not a Georgia guy.
Not only that, Democrats passed the ACA without a single Republican vote.
Right.
Then they voted for the subsidies to expire in 2025 without a single Republican vote as well.
Yeah.
But it's our fault.
Yeah, that's right. And actually, this is I love seeing this because they're all freaking going nuts about each other, and as it should be.
And we also know now how many illegals have been taking our money.
Right. And that's the other thing. 42 million? And that's 42 million families. I mean, that's...
and you've been paying your entire life into it, and they give you, $1,200 or something for your Social Security or Medicare, whatever.
Yeah.
And the people just walked across the border and have put not one red dime into it, have basically gotten more money than you're getting per month.
Right. I'm supposed to retire on $1,200 a month. And again, it was never meant to take care of everybody, and of course we're living longer.
And then lie to tell you there's no money.
Yeah.
You know why there's no money? Because they've stolen the money.
Yeah,
the Democrats and Republicans have stolen the damn money.
Yeah, they moved. They just moved it. That's all. They used it somewhere.
Well, they
else.
used it to buy votes.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
and send it overseas, and they get kickbacks from it.
Yeah. Well, things are coming out, and again, if I've listened to Glenn Beck this morning, and again, I'm still looking for news on this story. This is an incredible scandal about the pipe bomber from January 6th, the mostly peaceful non-insurrection day at the Capitol. And now Glenn Beck's investigative things at this group, The Blaze, have found out that there's basically no doubt at all that the pipe bomber who put bombs there at the Capitol building was a female Washington, D.C. police officer who also got a job with the CIA, and all the evidence involving what she did and why and who was involved with it was all destroyed and covered up. All of it destroyed and covered up. And apparently they all know who it is. They know everything about it, and nothing's happened about it. And Glenn Beck says they even, I've been trying to take notes on this for the last couple of days. They destroyed all the audio. They destroyed the wire evidence. And it's not like all of a sudden one day some girl police officer in Washington, D.C. said, you know what, I think on my own, without any aegis from anybody else, I think I'll just start planting some pipe bombs at the Capitol. How about that? That'll be fun. You think that was just an individual lone thing, doing that on her own and then getting away with it, not being discovered? No one was going to say who that is. They all know who it is. They're all in on it. I mean, this was Nancy Pelosi and Christopher Wray's insurrection. Just scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Here's another thing, too. Speaking of... I don't think I've talked yet about the Robbie Starbuck claim. This is another thing. Glenn Beck had him on again today. I didn't. This story broke a little bit ago. There's a conservative activist, a famous podcaster guy named Robbie Starbuck, and he's been involved in kind of exposing the leftist schemes for some time now. Very popular. You probably know the name, podcaster guy. He is suing Google for defamation after Google's AI tools linked him to fake accusations of being a sexual addict, an assaulter, and a child rapist, and exploiting financial crimes. It started 2 years ago. Robbie Starbuck says they started printing this stuff from Google's AI tool. It's pure malice at this point because they were told to stop for 2 years. Lawyers filed complaints, letters to cease and desist, and were totally ignored. They displayed, he said, their AI platforms, Bard, Gemini, and Gemma, have continued displaying false statements about Starbucks since 2023, despite cease and desist letters, claims he was accused of sexual assault, rape, and harassment. Claims that he said Gemini itself stated that its alleged falsehoods about Starbucks were shown to 2.8 million people. He said, I got to protect my reputation because that's in there forever. He's suing Robbie Starbuck as a Heritage Foundation fellow. He's seeking $15 million. He says, if you're creative enough, you can prompt a chat bot to say something misleading. It's as simple as saying, hey, give me a bio on Robbie Starbuck, or hey, tell me about Robbie Starbuck. Somebody come up and ask me, gee, are those accusations of me being a child rapist, are those true? He said, people are reading this stuff. And then apparently AI, the chatbox AI, knowing it got caught, tried to fake that it was somebody else's responsibility and that all this stuff has been deleted, so it's not the AI chatbox's fault after all. Oh, my God. So they started a scandal and then lied about the scandal and covered up the scandal to protect them from the scandal. This is AI technology. And I didn't hear the whole thing on the Glenn Beck thing, interviewing Robbie Starbuck today, but part of it was obviously the AI is supposed to be transformed and transcribed and made permanent that it can never harm a human being. But if it can harm you intellectually or with slander and libel, that could ruin. I mean, from now on, forever, if somebody wants to Google Robbie Starbuck and maybe he's seeking a job interview or something like that, oh, God, he was accused of child molesting. Oh, we want that guy. It's there forever. AI did it. Anyways, I mean, And Holy Crap Sports coming up. Donald Trump has put BBC on notice. Have you heard this story? The BBC has had to apologize. Well, actually, two guys quit. The top guys at the BBC quit because their documentary about Donald Trump's speech on January 6, 2021, they made it sound as though Donald Trump wanted them to go and commit violent crimes at the Capitol, when actually what he said was go and be brave and have a peaceful walk, peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. And they deliberately edited that part out and made it sound like Donald Trump was asking for a fight. And the BBC did this. The two top guys have had to quit. And Donald Trump says, oh, yeah, I'm going to sue you for $1 billion if you don't apologize and make it right. 513, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Standing up. Standing up. Here we go. Stand by.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
True Prep's at it again with even more in-store specials. They have the Glock 19 Gen 4 and Glock 19X in stock today while supplies last. In addition, they have great deals on 15 and 33-round Glock 9mm magazines through November 12th. Other deals include the Radical Firearms AR-15 for only $399.99 and some of the lowest prices on 9mm M223 ammo you will find in Atlanta. Check them out in-store at True Prep or on Cobb Parkway in Marietta, or check out their full list of these and other deals at trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com.
Attention extra listeners. The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
The future of business in Georgia is bright, and Georgia Power is a driving force behind the businesses and organizations that are vital to the growth of the state. Just ask Mike Plant, President and CEO of the Braves Development Company.
I think back about 2003 when I started with the Braves and just knew we had to create a destination that people wanted to come to year-round. We had a blank canvas, and I think we had a pretty good feel for what would be a year-round destination, mixed-use development, lifestyle center, all those. Fortunately, we have this incredible relationship long-term with Georgia Power. Right away, they saw our vision, they got our vision, they understood it, and they knew they needed to be a big part of that. They are leaders as far as being part of this community. We don't have power, we don't have life, So they've been a great partner of ours, and they're there with us every step of the way.
To learn more about how Georgia Power is helping businesses big and small, visit georgiapower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardy siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Did you know that there are over 34,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia? Yet despite that huge number, Bruce Hagan was recently named by his peers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state. Do you know who is not among the top 100 lawyers in the state? Some clown standing on top of an 18-wheeler. Those kind of lawyers may make flashy ads, but they're just marketers, not real lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need Bruce Hagan, a real lawyer who tries cases and wins. Call Bruce Hagan. He's the real deal for your injury case. Hagan-law.com.
Hey, this is Tom from The Honest Car Guy. We help you buy your next pre-owned car or truck honestly. We guarantee each vehicle we sell will come with a copy of the bill of sale, showing what we paid for it. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee. Guaranteed. Honesty is the best policy, and we guarantee it. Finally, a pre-owned car and truck buying process that you can trust.
Get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hi, I'm Nick. And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box so that family memories would be safe and could always be enjoyed together.
And starting now, we're offering Beck listeners early access to our best deal of the year during our $9 tape sale at legacybox.com/records.
1 million families and counting have trusted Legacy Box to convert their aging media because Legacy Box is safe, simple, and affordable.
From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your videotapes, film reels, and photos aren't protected unless they're on a digital format.
With the holidays approaching, don't wait. Simply fill your Legacy Box. We'll take care of the rest.
It's the most meaningful thing you can do this holiday season and the perfect time during our best sale of the year.
Visit legacybox.com/records to get early access to our Black Friday sale and digitize your memories for only $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/records. legacybox.com/records.
This was the day 1989 German troops dismantled the 28-year-old Berlin Wall. One of the most iconic symbols of the Cold War since 1961. How many people died trying to get to freedom? And now RBM of Atlanta sponsoring Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis.
The Giants have fired coach Brian Daboll today after the team blew another double-digit lead yesterday in Chicago. Assistant head coach and offensive coordinator Mike Kafka will serve as the Giants' interim coach. The Giants, now 2-8, have won just 2 of their first 10 games for the third straight year. They are 11-33 since the start of the 23 season. Rookie quarterback Jackson Dart also suffered a concussion in the loss, his 4th one they're checking on this season. So Daboll was going to get him killed. So I'm glad he was fired because he's the idiot who stuck his fat little head into the medical tent where it's not belonged to try and get to pressure the doctors, allegedly, to make Dart come back out when he had a damn concussion. So,
wasn't he coach of the year a couple of years ago or something?
Oh, about 3, That's when he first got there. Won a playoff game in Minnesota. It was 9-7 or something like that. And then
first time in forever. Oh, my. I don't get it.
Another Monday, another breakdown of a Falcons loss on a Sunday. This time they took their suckitude to Germany just to show the Germans how bad Americans can suck at something.
Ain't seen nothing yet.
Only to blow a lead with under 2 minutes to play and lose in overtime to Indianapolis 31-25. I'm telling you, even Albert Speer shook his head in disbelief. Don't get me started about the clock and game management like the end of the first half. Everything I will say about it, others have said over and over again for the past 2 years. If it isn't obvious to you by now that interim head coach Raheem Male Model Morris is so over his head, then you're either oblivious to it or a member of his family. Not since Sonny Bono have I seen someone so far over his skis.
Wow.
Here's what Coach Rara said after the game.
You change it every single week, based on what the messaging is, what you need to do, what it takes to win each game. And we talk about every game every single week, and it takes something different to win every single game. And they'll require something different this week, and we'll talk about all those things. We'll look at it. We'll be detailed. We'll be sharp. We'll practice. The guys do the right thing like they always do. They respond. We'll find a way to win this game next week.
Wouldn't it be better to talk about ways to win the game?
For a written translated transcript of what Raheem Morris just said, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to We've Given Up, care of Atlanta Falcons, Season is Over Avenue, Flowery Branch, South Carolina. Michael Penix is not getting well coached. Zach Robinson is not a good offensive coordinator. Bijan's best years are being wasted. Could have told him that the first day the Falcons drafted him, the poor bastard. Drake London is their only reliable receiver. Kyle Pitts is still hit and miss, or better put, catch or drop pass. Defense giving up huge plays. Still not convinced the Colts are as great as some say, but they're better than the Falcons. After saying all of this, the Falcons had the lead with over a minute to play in regulation and blew it. Yeah. They find ways to lose, not just as a team, but as an organization. They're not the worst. The Browns and Jets are, but they're not that far above them. If you look under the word mediocrity in your Funkin' Wagnalls, you'll see the Falcons logo. It's upside down and it's drinking.
Oh, boy.
I said when he was hired 2 years ago that we'd be in this very boat 2 years down the road, and here we are. I hate it when I'm right, though not really. Been watching these brainiacs mismanage the franchise for 56 years now. That's on their second set of brainiacs. Same old Falcons. Yeah. It never changes. Yeah. And it's the same word salad from Coach Rah-Rah every week. We're going to get it fixed this week, and nothing changes. And 1 week they look like they could beat the world, and then the next 3 weeks they suck.
And sometimes that defense is just awesome, and I mean it's swarming and effective and fierce, and then
Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. are doing what they were drafted to do.
Yeah,
they've pretty good years.
Yeah.
There's been some individual things going on. I didn't think they played all that bad in the first half. The offense looked great. And then the second half is like, let's go back to what we were doing when we were losing, 5 games.
Yeah.
That Zach Robinson has no clue what he's doing.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. We welcome yours.
Yeah.
Carolina Mercedes-Benz this upcoming Sunday. Isn't that the team that beat the Falcons 30-0 a few weeks ago? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In an effort to make sure he never gets another major college coaching gig, fired LSU head coach Brian Kelly is giving the school until today to give him the $54 million he's owed on his contract, or else. The Bayou Bengals have offered to sell him for just over $30 million right now, but he rejected that. They first came along with $25 million.
Why would he settle? Take the money.
No.
He doesn't want to coach.
How about $30 million?
$50 million? Why would you want to coach again for $50 million?
Well, let's just say this. They have a really good hand, LSU does, because, the sooner as he signs that, the sooner he can get the hell out of Louisiana. I would have taken $1 just to leave.
Oh, my God.
Anyway. NBA Hall of Famer is both a player and coach, and former head coach of the Hawks, Lenny Wilkins, died yesterday. He was 88. Wilkins, an all-star 9 times, twice led the league in assists. As a head coach, he led the Sonics to the 79 NBA title, was coach of the year in 94. He won 1,332 games, third most all-time as coach of Seattle, the Trailblazers, Cleveland, Atlanta, Toronto, and the Knicks. Before retiring in 2005, he coached 2,487 games. That's the most in NBA history. He also won an Olympic gold medal as coach of the 1996 U.S. team here in Atlanta.
I'd forgotten that. That's right.
Yeah. He is one of only 5 men to be inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame as both player and coach, try and name at least one of those guys.
Oh,
who were the other 4?
Tommy Heinsohn, wasn't he a Boston Celtic?
Tommy Heinsohn.
Let's see. God, I should know some of these.
His teammate. One of his
Bob
teammates.
Cousy.
Nope.
Oh, well then, let's see.
Maybe the
I know who it was. I know who it was. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, that's 2.
And the other 2, John Wooden.
Oh, that's
Bill
right.
Sharman.
I wouldn't have known. I forgot Sharman. I forgot Bill Russell was. The UCLA guy was a player.
Yeah. I think it was college player he got in. Maybe it wasn't in. Was he NBA player?
I don't remember. If I knew, I forgot.
Lenny Wilkins, dead at 88, loved his victory cigars. AP college football poll: Ohio State still at the top, followed by Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, and Georgia 5th. No change there. Ole Miss at number 6, then Oregon, Texas Tech, Notre Dame, and Texas rounding out the top 10. Oklahoma 11th, Vanderbilt 13th, Georgia Tech 14, Tennessee 21, and South Florida at number 25. The Southeastern Conference, basically the most with 8 teams. ACC and Big Ten with just 5 apiece. The end of the Hoosiers' victory over Penn State, a classic. What a great catch in the end zone.
I saw a lot of highlights of that game. I'll tell you what, I've seen more spectacular catches than I think I've ever seen I think maybe ever. I mean, on TV, all of a sudden, it's acrobatic, just incredible.
The kids are, since they were kids, have been practicing that Odell Beckham. It's one thing about Odell. He's really caused a lot of kids to jump up and do that one-handed catch thing, and they've all been great at it.
Yeah.
The 5-5 Hawks visit the Clippers in L.A. tonight. I'm sure you'll be glued to the TV at 10:30 tonight.
Well, Quanisha's coming over for a little late night. I'm going to make one of those transfusions I got on the golf course Friday in the morning, guys.
Good for you.
Oh,
well, they like the purple drink.
They like the purple. Get the purple.
Yeah. 2 sad stories from baseball. You remember Dodgers reliever Alex Vizia, who missed the World Series because what the team said at the time was a deeply personal family matter. Vizia said Friday that his daughter Sterling has passed away. Her illness was why he missed the Fall Classic. Both the LA and Blue Jays relievers wore Vizia's number 51 on their caps during the game. So thoughts and prayers going out to his family there. And I've been warning about pro athletes getting in trouble with gambling for a few years now, and that big scandals were coming, and here we go. Cleveland pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz charged with fraud, conspiracy, and bribery stemming from an alleged scheme to rig their pitches, which led to gamblers winning hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 26-year-old Ortiz arrested Sunday morning in Boston. 27-year-old Clase is not in custody from what I understand yet. Prosecutors at the Eastern District of New York levied similar charges against NBA player Terry Rozier and multiple coaches in late October, said the indictment that Clase arranged with a bettor as early as May of 23 to throw specific pitches for balls so the gambler could place a prop bet and profit. Ortiz joined the scheme in June of 25, and between the two, gamblers won at least $450,000 wagering on their pitches, while Clase and Ortiz were given kickbacks for their participation. What are they, politicians? Clase and Ortiz each could face up to 20 years in prison for wire fraud conspiracy, 20 years in honest services wire fraud conspiracy, 20 years for money laundering conspiracy, and 5 years for conspiracy to influence sporting events by bribery. According to Joseph Nocella Jr., the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District, the defendants deprived the Cleveland Guardians and Major League Baseball of their honest services. They defrauded the online betting platforms where the bets were placed, and they betrayed America's pastime. Integrity, honesty, and fair play are part of the DNA of pro sports. When corruption infiltrates the sport, it brings disgrace not only to the participants, but damages the public trust in an institution that is vital and dear to all of us.
You know, I wonder if gambling institutions could sue them civilly.
Well, we're getting to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, please.
Well, a little bit of it. Ortiz and Clase denied the charges. Clase, the three-time All-Star and two-time reliever of the year. Ortiz, both placed on non-disciplinary paid leave by MLB in July after the betting integrity firms flagged irregular wagering on a pair of pitches thrown by Ortiz in June. Allegations of the men are the most severe for the sports, and Pete Rose back in '89 was banned for life. They could face lifetime bans similar to Pete and others. According to prosecutors, Clase would regularly throw balls instead of strikes and sliders rather than cutters on the first pitch of at-bats, in which bettors would wager on the pitches to be balls or under a specific mile-per-hour threshold. The prop bets, according to the indictment, would often be stacked in a parlay, leading to greater winnings. Clase provided money to bettors to gamble on his behalf, which is even worse, texted with bettors during games. The earliest example, May 19th of 23, game between the Guardians and Mets. Clase relayed info he would throw a pitch faster than 94.9 miles per hour. Bettors won $27,000 on that pitch. Weeks later, they added a leg to a parlay for a pitch to be a ball slower than 94.9 and won $38,000 when he spiked a slider at least 5 feet in front of home plate. That's kind of a clue there, Emmanuel.
Good grief.
One day, after throwing a pitcher that hit the grass in front of the plate 10 feet short, Clase texted a bettor asking if he had gambled on the pitch. When the bettor affirmed he had, Clase asked for money to be sent to the Dominican Republic, where Clase Ortiz and the bettor are from, for repairs at the country house. Ortiz's involvement started June 15th of this year. He agreed with Clase he would not be paid or paid $5,000 to throw the first pitch of the second inning for a ball. Clase received $5,000 for arranging the fraud. Two bettors wagered a total of $13,000 on the pitch. When Ortiz received a payment of 90,000 Dominican pesos, about $1,400, Clase directed him to lie about the purpose of the money, and if asked, say, "This is for a horse." On June of this year, Ortiz agreed to throw the first pitch of the third inning for a ball in exchange for $7,000. Bank security footage captured him withdrawing $50,000 in cash, of which he gave $15,000 to one of the bettors, who was in Cleveland that day to wager on it. The bettors placed $18,000 on the pitch. It was outside the strike zone. Clase has made more than $12 million over a major league career that has spanned 7 seasons, scheduled to make $6 million next season. Ortiz's salary this season was $783,000. So U.S. Magistrate Judge Donald Cabell today in Boston granted Ortiz his release, but with several conditions, including that he surrender his passport, restrict his travel to the Northeast, and post $500,000 bail, $50,000 of it secured. Also ordered to avoid contact with anybody who could be viewed as a victim, witness, or co-defendant in the case. All of this alleged by prosecutors, innocent until proven guilty, or whoever is the highest paid lawyer.
Yeah.
Now, you might wonder what can be done about this. Well, as Fox News broke earlier today, thanks for doing my sports, Major League Baseball and its sportsbook partners have announced a new $200 nationwide betting limit on individual pitches while banning those wagers from parlays to disincentivize potential bad actors. By reducing betting values and limiting parlays, MLB hopes to reduce incentives for gamblers to conspire with the players, thereby protecting the integrity of our games for the fans. And like FanDuel, rival DraftKings has also agreed to adjust its baseball betting menu.
This is unbelievable. I wonder if teammates know of this stuff and just accept it. Kind of like the little guy from Texas had the little buzzer in his chest when they was getting signals. Yeah, I mean, do they all know it and just wait? And they don't want to think on each other, or wouldn't you say, "Now wait a minute, you were facing our freaking team here. My God, man, you can't be doing that to us." Yeah.
If you knew that was going on your team, would you publicly say something, or would you tell somebody on the team?
Yeah.
Would you call the commissioner's office and say anonymously, "This is what's going on"?
I would start with that. I would definitely start with that. I think I'd confront the guy. I'd say, "Hey, what the hell, man? Are you, I'm something to see what he says."
But then you put yourself in danger. These are dangerous people.
Yeah, that's true.
These gamblers and the bettors, they could be tied to some groups you don't want to be messing with.
Yeah. Well, I
think I would have dropped a line to the commissioner's office. You need to look into this.
Yeah.
And the fact that these guys are so stupid, they're bouncing pitches 5 and 10 feet in front of the plate.
I know.
Which means the batter will not swing at those.
Right.
So it can't possibly be a strike.
Yeah. You're guaranteed to win the bet. But again, and by the way, how many on a bet that's either a yes or no, a 50-50 chance, the odds are, if they're only 50-50, you can't, I mean, who would gamble, like $50,000 on whether it's going to be a fastball or a breaking ball without raising some suspicion that you have an inside touch to it, you know what I mean?
I think they're getting specific, though. Could it be a foul ball? Could it be just a pure, called strike? Could it be a swinging strike? Could it be a ball outside? Could it be a ball in the dirt? I think it gets very specific on some of them.
Man, this is way.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Go up to Murphy and go up to the other one up there in North Carolina and sit and look at the people in the sports book every pitch. And there's 1,000 different things you could be doing.
See, I just all that. And by the way, gamblers tend to be really good at things like math and statistics. You could use your brain power. Well, maybe they think they make money gambling. I don't know a lot of gamblers who make a lot of money over the course of your career.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, the house wins.
The reason that the casinos are usually very large buildings with lots of lights, and they don't worry about the
free
electric
food.
bill.
Yeah, they don't worry about turning the lights off. No windows where you have. Stay as long as you want here. You want a drink? Hell, good drinks for everybody. Here you go. Oh, my God. $12,000 and it's going to be outside. Oh, my God. I mean, seriously, you've got to be kidding.
Just a bit outside.
All right, 435. Holy crap. Give her Pete and Flounder. Seriously, man.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if you've got old, drafty, sticking, or leaking windows, you need the experienced pros at Window Nation. You can pay a lot less and still get the premium windows you're dreaming of. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to getwindownation.com or call 866-90NATION for your free estimate. And for a limited time, get 50% off all window styles, plus pay no interest for 5 years.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on Talk Radio 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Hey Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. We have an important announcement. We've moved to a new location to serve you better. That's right, Atlanta Safe House has moved to a new location in Alpharetta. So come check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. Brands include Browning, Fort Knox, Champion, and many more. So stop by the showroom today or go to atlantasafehouse.com. And remember, at Atlanta Safe House, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
Better Than Black Friday savings are here now at Aikens Ford and Winder with $15,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab 4x4 pickups through November 30th. Hi, this is Brad Aikens, and you also get Ford's 10-year limited factory warranty and no additional charge. Stock number 14142, MSRP 69502 with approved financing in your 1995 or newer trade. Dealer retains factory rebates plus government fees. Ford's limited warranty is 10 years or 100,000 miles. See dealer for details. Visit us today at AikinsFord.com.
Big moments deserve big-time craftsmanship. At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family-owned and operated since 1982 because we know what it means to show up when it counts. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, going through 20 elite artisans before it hits your hands. Not mass-produced, not generic, always personal. And with Solomon Brothers, you get lifetime cleanings, unbeatable financing, and the largest Tacori selection in Georgia. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg. Visit SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, where love is in the details and legends are built to last. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs and official jeweler of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
Georgia politicians, if you want to win your election, the path to victory runs through Extra 1063. Extra listeners are some of the most engaged, active in their communities, and outspoken on their beliefs, especially when it comes time to vote. So now's the time to get involved before our listeners move on to someone else. Tell the candidate you're voting for that if they want to win, the path to victory runs through Extra 1063 FM and the Extra 1063 app.
Look out. Kimber, Pete, and Flounday is 5:40 on the radio clock. That call's coming up. Hold on. Here we go. No. Little Eagles. 1979. The Eagles go to number 1 on the singles chart with Heartache Tonight, the group's 5th and final American number 1 hit. Heartache Tonight only made number 40 in Britain. There you go. Hello, Eagles. And phone calls take priority. First, Martin. Happy Monday, Martin. You on the radio, man. What's going on?
Yo, Cam, getting deep out there, these flurries.
Yeah, they're around, I guess. And by the way, it's also getting dark. It's just started getting really dark here, seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. Anyhow, you saw where the federal judge ruled that, this is dated, it was November 5, I think it was, but the judge ruled that Trump must include ASL interpreters, the American Sign Language.
Yeah, every podium.
The flailers,
Good
okay?
Lord, yeah.
so he's got to have flailers in Carolyn Levitt's office.
Yeah.
and any press things that he does, anything that Vance or Bissett do. Anyhow, I've got the answer. You want somebody that has experience.
Yeah, really, absolutely. Okay.
And so the guy that did the Nelson Mandela funeral, standing next to Obama.
Ronald Reagan was that the one?
No, the guy that was doing the flailing at the Nelson Mandela funeral. That would be the guy to use.
Yeah,
Look it up. I promise you. You'll find he's qualified.
On the Reagan thing, I was thinking was the guy who walked on stage right next to me. No, the guy was flailing. He just made it up. Just some guy wasn't that the guy just showed up and started doing things with his hands and arms?
Had no for Obama.
Yeah, Obama.
It was good enough
That's
for
right.
Obama.
That's what
good
it was.
enough for the Donald.
Yeah, that was what it was. And it was not a sign guy at all. He was just a guy. And he was just, going like this. Oh, man.
Just a flailer.
Oh, God. Martin, thanks for the memory, man. I remember that. 542. Kyle, you're on the radio. Kyle, welcome aboard. Happy Monday. What do you think? What's up?
Hey, Kimmer, welcome home. Semper Fi. Happy birthday, Jarhead.
Well, thank you. Jarhead, indeed. 250-year Marine Corps birthday. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I texted my first cousin, Honest Bone, this morning, first thing, and told him Semper Fi and happy birthday.
I appreciate it. My daughter, my kids, and everything, and I make a big thing, and friends and stuff. So yeah, it's a thing, and it's a thing. Once a Marine, always a Marine, like they say. So anyway,
yes, sir. But thank you for your service and welcome home again. There, I wanted to ask Pete if they still have signs on the doors going into the locker rooms like they used to many years ago. No gambling.
It's been a while since I was in a damn clubhouse. I don't know. I think baseball used to have it a lot of baseball.
I remember the last clubhouses I went into was in the early 80s. I don't remember.
They used to always been in. I haven't been in one in a while. I don't know.
Good question. In fact, I remember seeing those signs like in old baseball movies and stuff, and old newsreels and things. I remember seeing no gambling signs in places like ballparks.
You guys remember Steve Howe? He had the back drug addiction.
Oh, yeah.
He got forgiven many, many times, but they don't forgive about gambling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is amazing to me. The whole thing, thousands of dollars on what kind of pitch it's going to be or how fast it is.
The whole thing crumbles and falls apart if no one believes that it's real.
Yeah.
The whole charade falls.
And the teammates, how the hell are the teammates supposed to deal with this? I'm just.
Well, hey guys, thanks for your time. Okay,
thank you, Kyle.
I enjoy your show.
Appreciate it. Very kind, sir. Thanks so much, and thanks for the birthday wishes too. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 544. A quick birthday, Mackenzie Phillips. Mackenzie, you naughty little thing. Mackenzie Phillips is 66 today. Barb Denning on Orange is the New Black. I never saw that series. You used to watch that, didn't you? Orange is the New Black?
Never.
You did?
Never.
Anyway, Julie on One Day at a Time from the first thing years ago. And John Phillips in Mamas and the Papas was her dad. And, of course, the movie American Graffiti, she got hooked up with Harrison Ford in his hot rod, and she stole his knob on his... Well, that's the wrong thing to say. She didn't steal his knob at all. Gear shift top.
Gobbler's knob
right there, going through the pass. But seriously, and of course, the Mick Jagger thing where he just took her one day and said, something I wanted to do with you. Allegedly, my ass. He grabbed her and he told John, told her father to stay outside. He told her father to stay outside for a while. Says, there's always something I wanted to do with you, and they did. Give me a break. All right, now, Pete Davis, we have a choice here. God, I'm blowing the whole day. I mean, seriously,
you already blew it. You didn't get to almost any of these stories or sounds.
Well, let's do that. Let's do cut number 2.
Don't rush through all these things. Do it tomorrow when you have time to actually talk about them.
Well, this is kind of a little too timely. Just to show you what's going on. Cut number 2. Commanders fans. Donald Trump was at Northwest Stadium. The Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions at the Landover Maryland Stadium, and he was there as part of Veterans Day festivities, a salute to service. You've seen them wearing uniforms and patches, stuff like that, over the Sunday ball games and so forth. Donald Trump was there to read the names of fans who had just enlisted in the military as part of a salute to service festivities. Cut number 2. Here's Donald Trump trying to read the names of men and women who just enlisted in the military, and here's how the crowd reacted in Washington Stadium. Yeah, just read a name. He's reading names.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Booze, booze, booze. I mean, it's
all federal employees, a lot of them.
It's unbelievable, yeah.
Leeches.
I mean, it's, honestly, I'm trying to remember. I'm seriously trying to remember at a place like a ballpark or a stadium or a huge concert or something, the last time that an American audience booed a president.
Oh, that's happened all the time. Oh, come on. Obama got booed in places. Biden got booed in several places.
I'm trying to...
He got booed because they're mostly federal employees and liberals there.
Yeah.
Northern Virginia and Southern Maryland, and they're all leeches living off our money.
God, I love it. All right, hold on. 5:47. All right, holy cow, and it's dark. It's dark. Here we go. All right, as promised. Anyway, Kira, Pete, and Flounder, and so much more. We're going to have to stay a little late, I think. I'm sorry. Ow. Ow.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Los for Howard Brothers. For over 70 years, Howard Brothers has been helping Georgia get the job done right. From outdoor power equipment and hardware to service and repairs, they've got the brands you trust and the people who know their stuff. Whether you're a homeowner, a pro, or just someone who loves a good project, Howard Brothers is your local partner for quality, honesty, and experience. With locations across North Georgia, stop by today or visit howardbrothers.com and see why the grass is always greener when you take care of it with Howard Brothers.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know a lot of our listeners, they've heard about the big, beautiful bill, but they might not fully understand all 900 pages of it. So what are some of the most important things folks need to know when it comes to taxes as they approach their retirement?
Oh, Kevin, I imagine the politicians don't know what half of that 900-page document was about. But as it pertains to financial planning, there's some major tax changes. Things like no tax on tips, some big deductions and changes to the way we pay taxes on Social Security. There's also some big changes to the way we're actually allowed to do SALT and other deductions to minimize what we pay from a tax perspective. But your CPA has got to be aware and got to be planning for that. So we've got to get to work on that.
I know it's 900 plus pages, Evan, but ultimately it's probably not what everyone had on their summer reading list. But ultimately, we know tax implications, they can really derail a retirement plan when all's said and done, can't they?
Well, 100%. I mean, think of it this way. If you make $1, but then you got to give half of it or more to Uncle Sam, and trust me, between capital gains taxes, taxes on your Social Security, taxes on your ordinary income and dividend and interest income, you're going to be giving a huge chunk to Uncle Sam unless we do some proper planning. And with that, we can minimize, in some cases, completely eliminate the taxes that you're paying.
A new tax plan can mean new tax strategies. And if you'd like to learn more, give Atlas Retirement a call today and let them put together a complimentary tax map just for you with absolutely no obligation. Give them a call today, 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799 or online at atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Fall is in the air, and Central Heating and Air Conditioning is making it the perfect time to upgrade your comfort. For a limited time, you get up to $2,100 in rebates and 60 months, 0% financing with approved credit. That's right, savings up front and no interest for 5 whole years. A brand new carrier system from Central delivers dependability, efficiency, and comfort every family deserves. Central Heating and Air Conditioning have set the standard in heating and cooling for over 3 generations. And now's your chance to bring that comfort home with the best savings of the season. These dual incentives don't come around often, so act now. Call 770-GET-HEAT today. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or visit centralheat.com, centralheat.com. Upgrade your comfort, lock in your savings, and turn to your Atlanta carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Da-da-dum, da-da-bum. Look out now. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 5:53 already. Holy cow. I forgot to ask how long the last bit is. That's a minute. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Fleetwood Mac here. I've never heard this song. 1979, Fleetwood Mac scored their second British #1 album with a double set, Tusk, the 12th album by the British-American rock band Fleetwood Mac. And I've got a bunch of their stuff in my Magic Music stick. Thank you, Flounder. And birthdays include Sinbad, comedian actor, Coach Walter Oakes on A Different World. Sinbad is 69 today. And Walter Goggins is 54. He was Boyd Crowder on Justified, Detective Vendrell on The Shield, a gunslinger on Fallout, and Rick Hatchett on White Lotus. Walter Goggins.
Great actor.
54. Justified.
Great
Boyd Crowder. Yeah. And Pete Davis, would you like to hear about the 1984 miracle in Miami or the story of George Gipp?
Gipp.
Coming right up. Here it is now. According to records, George Gipp was on his deathbed in 1928. He had pneumonia, and he said the following, quote, "I've got to go, Rock. It's all right. I'm not afraid. Sometime, Rock, when the team is up against it, when things are wrong and the breaks are beating the boys, ask them to go in there with all they've got and win just one for the Gipper. I don't know where I'll be then, Rock, but I'll know about it, and I'll be happy." His words to Newt Rockne, the famous speech to inspire Notre Dame on the battle against Army. He used the words in the halftime victory. Notre Dame beat Army 12-6. Army was undefeated at the time. Ronald Reagan used the phrase "win one for the Gipper" as a political slogan in 1988. The original, of course, 1928. He told George Bush,
"I've got to go, Rock. It's all right, I'm not afraid. Sometime, Rock, when the team's up against it, when things are wrong and the breaks are beating the boys, tell them to go in there with all they've got and win just one for the Gipper. I don't know where I'll be then, Rock, but I'll know about it, and I'll be happy."
That wasn't the Ronald Reagan.
No,
that was from Rudy.
Yeah, that was from Rudy, but that was the George Gipp quote. And ironically,
stupid movie I'll never watch.
Stop it. I know. Ronald. Well, it was all lie. It was all made up.
Screw Notre Dame.
No, it's okay. Ronald Reagan used the phrase "win one for the Gipper" as a political slogan in 1988, telling George Bush, "George, go out there, win one for the Gipper." And ironically, Ronald Reagan portrayed George Gipp in the movie Newt Rockney All-American in 1940.
Yep.
So it all kind of became big circle. And that was on this day that it actually happened in 1920.
All right, here's the real one.
Oh, here we go.
George. Yes, Rock. George, this telegram just arrived from Walter Camp. You've been named fullback on his All-American team. Me? You wouldn't kid me, Rock. Oh, it's on the level. You're gonna be all right, kid. I haven't got a complaint in the world, Rock. I'm not afraid. What's tough about this? Rock. Someday when the team's up against it, breaks are beating the boys. Ask them to go in there with all they've got. Win just one for the Gipper. I don't know where I'll be then, but I'll know about it. I'll be happy.
Wow. There you go.
Tear down that wall.
Oh, my. Ronald Reagan, 1940. I mean, what a story. You know, a big union actor. I remember 20 Mule Team Borax. What the hell was the name of that serial Western thing they have? It was 20 Mule Team Borax.
Wagon Train.
No. Well, they might also respond to
Western
Wagon
Ho.
Train. No, the one that Ronald Reagan.
20 Team Borax.
Yeah, 20 Mule Team Borax. But he did like GE Theater or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my, what a freaking story. Let's see. 5:58, everybody. Holy cow. We got a whole bunch of stuff for tomorrow already, boys. I think I'll sleep in.
Great.
One more Flounders funny. Yeah, good for you.
I also have a 14-year-old daughter, and I gave her a chore list with 3 words on it, and she goes, "Where's your chore list?" You ever had a kid say something to you that then they're serious, but then you almost ruin it because you laugh? That's what I was like, oh, God, what? And I just go, what did you say? And she goes, "Where's your?" She slowed it down like I actually didn't hear her. So I said, you know, everything that happens in this house to make this home operate, subtract the 3 things I asked you to do, and that is my chore list. Remember when you woke up in a bed, warm and not hungry? F***ing check. I did that shit. My chore list also has 3 words on it, and it says, keep her alive. And it expires in 4 years, so focus.
When you're 18,
Mr.
baby.
Chad Daniels.
There you go. All right, boys. Have a great night. It's cold and dark, and be careful. In the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby, because I got to go. You're killing me. Look out. Herb and a Herb. Happy birthday, Jarheads. Herb.
The Morning Extra. Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
The proposal. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump says the government will be reopened soon after the Senate broke a filibuster on a short-term spending plan.
We have support from enough Democrats
and we're going to be opening up our country. It's too bad it was closed, but we'll be opening up our country very quickly.
Enough Democrats broke ranks to move the plan forward, and a Senate vote could happen tonight. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's notified members of the House to get back to Washington.
I would like for us to be voting on this as early as Wednesday, which would be the quickest we could process it if the Senate does their work.
The plan does not include an extension of Obamacare subsidies that Democrats had pushed for, but Republicans promised a separate vote on that. The Trump administration again asking the Supreme Court to keep full food stamp benefits on hold, as 23 state attorneys general and 3 governors say they will continue to fight for the benefits.
States looking to block the Department of Agriculture's attempt to roll back issuing full November SNAP benefits.
USDA has